You're in Braves country.
Lineup for yesterday by Ogden Ash. A is for Alex, the great Alexander. More goose eggs he pitched than a popular gander. B is for Bresnahan, back of the plate. The Cubs were his love and McGraw his hate. C is for Cobb, who grew spikes not corn, and made all the basemen wish they weren't born. D is for Dean, the grammatical diz. When they asked who's the tops, said correctly I is. E is for Evers, his jaw in advance, never afraid to tinker with chance. F is for Fordham, and Frankie and Fish. I wish he were back with the Giants, I wish. G is for Gehrig, the pride of the stadium, his record pure gold, his courage pure radium. H is for Hornsby. When pitching to Raj, the pitcher would pitch, then the pitcher would dodge. I is for me, not a hard-hitting man, but an outstanding all-time, incurable fan. J is for Johnson, the big train in his prime, was so fast he could throw 3 strikes at a time. K is for Keeler, as fresh as green paint, the fastest and mostest to hit where they ain't. L is for LaHoy, whom Clevelanders love, Napoleon himself with glue in his glove. M is for Matty, who carried a charm in the form of an extra brain in his arm. N is for Newsom, Bobo's favorite Ken. You ask how he's here, he talked himself in. O is for Ott, of the restless right foot. When he leaned on the pellet stay put. P is for Plank, the arm of the A's. When he tangled with Matty, games lasted for days. Q is for Don Quixote, Cornelius Mack. Neither Yankees nor years can halt his attack. R is for Ruth, to tell you the truth. There's no more to be said, just R is for Ruth. S is for Speaker, swift center field tender. When the ball saw him coming, it yelled, I surrender. T is for Terry, the giant from Memphis, whose 400 average you can't overemphasize. U would be Ubel if Carl wore a Cockney, but we say Hubble in baseball like football in Rockney. V is for Vance, the Dodgers' very own Dazzy. None of his rivals could throw as fast as he. W, Wagner, the bow-legged beauty. Short, closed to all traffic with Honus on duty. X is the first of two X's in Fox, who was right behind Ruth with his powerful socks. Y is for Young, the magnificent Psy. People battled against him, but I never knew why. Z is for Zenith, the summit of fame. These men are up there. These men are the game. Lineup for yesterday, Ogden Nash, January 1949, Sport Magazine. Line Up for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly. And his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Rama-Lama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to Eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Line Up for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
What the hell is going on here?
Drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes?
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub call. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-1 lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
You're in Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Play ball! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. And if we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little. I got a feeling things are about to turn around for us.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off the center fielder for the Minnesota Twins, it's Byron Buxton. He's batting .203 with 3 home runs, 8 RBI, 4 stolen bases. Batting second, playing second, Keyshaw. He's 2 for 4 on the year with 1 RBI and a stolen base. Jeffers is the designated hitter and batting third, a .244 clip and 5 RBI. Ty France playing first, batting cleanup, a .254 average with 2 home runs, 10 RBI. Carlos Correa batting fifth and playing short. He has a .188 average with 4 RBI. Harrison Bader is in left field and batting sixth. 3 home runs, 12 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .280. Jonah Bride is at third and batting seventh. He's 4 for 40 on the year with a 100 average, 2 RBI. Carlos Vasquez is behind home plate and batting eighth. 1 RBI, a .115 average. and Kiersey is in right field and batting ninth. He's 2 for 18 on the year, a 111 average, 3 stolen bases. On the mound for the Minnesota Twins, it's Justin Topa. He's 0-1 through 6 2/3 innings with a 1.35 ERA, a 1.05 whip. He's given up 5 hits and 2 walks versus no home runs and 6 strikeouts. He'll be going head-to-head versus the conductor. Chris Sale is 0-2 with a 6.63 ERA and a 1.53 whip. 19 innings pitched, 25 hits, 24 strikeouts, 4 walks, 3 home runs allowed. Backing up Chris Sale in the bottom of the first inning, batting leadoff and playing left field, it's Alex Verdugo. Doogie is 0 for 5 on the year. Batting second, playing third, Austin Riley. 5 home runs, 12 RBI, batting .269. Marcell Ozuna batting third, the designated hitter. He's got 3 home runs, 8 RBI, batting .288. Batting cleanup, playing first, Matt Olson. 2 home runs, 9 RBI, batting .209. Batting fifth, playing second, Ozzie Albies. He's got a .257 average with 4 home runs, 11 RBI, 2 stolen bases. Batting sixth, behind home plate, Sean Murphy. 4 home runs, 8 RBI, a .219 average. Batting seventh and patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Michael Harris II. He has 2 home runs, 8 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .197. Batting eighth, playing short, Nick Allen. He's got a .282 average, 1 RBI, 4 stolen bases. Batting ninth and playing right field, it's Kid Kelnick. He's batting .163 on the year. He hit his second home run of the season last night. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate, it's Carlos Torres. Your first base umpire, Charlie Ramos. Second base will be manned by Alfonso Marquez, and down the third base line, it's Lance Barrett. Game time temperatures today at Truist Park, 84 degrees at first pitch, with the wind blowing in at about 6 miles an hour, 33% humidity. A great night for baseball. Your Atlanta Braves come in -250 on the money line. The over-under is 8.5. Looking at today's starter, it was a last-minute scratch. Justin Topa is in for Simeon Richardson. This is expected to be a bullpen game. Topa's longest outing of the year came back on April 11th with inning and 2/3. Simeon Woods Richardson is expected to pitch in bulk relief as opposed to starting today. He was originally penciled in as the starter for the Twins, but the team will now use Justin Topa as the opener. Woods Richardson enters today's contest with a 4.30 ERA and 1.57 whip. Still expect him to grab most of the innings pitched tonight. Our pick to click tonight, with nothing really to go on for a bullpen game, give us Marcell Ozuna. He's had one night to get back into the swing of things. He drew the big walk last night. We're looking for the big zoo to go big fly on Saturday night. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to take care of the Minnesota Twins and get some runs on the board, and for Chris Sale to be Chris Sale. Give me the Atlanta Braves to win this one 5-2. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the Country Club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves Country.
Good evening, Braves Country. Let's get something we like to call back-to-back wins. Good Lord. We're too late in the season to be looking for that. Good evening, Robert. Charles Fritz. We've got Joyce in the chat in Mexico. Wright Middleton. Velvet, good to see you. Justin Green. Mark Ricky Ricardo. Jameson. Hellion. 904. I see the goat. I see Lolo. James Hagan. Edward Spry. World Drummer. Charlie Elrod. Floyd the Barber's in here tonight. See who else we have kicking. Josh. Blake. Good to see everybody in the chat. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. We will be back in a flash and get you set for first pitch coming up in just moments. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Good evening, Braves country. World Drummer, we've talked about it before, but essentially American Rebel reminds me of kind of like a Miller Lite or Budweiser, full Budweiser taste, not the Bud Light, or maybe a lighter version of the Coors Banquet. That's essentially what it tastes like. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. It's good. It's really good. They've got. I know they've got it. They've talked about how they're very close to getting it in several different states, but right now I think it's 7. I'll pull that up for you in a second. I know that they're in the state of Tennessee, Kansas, and Connecticut throughout the state. And then Missouri, Ohio, Iowa, Kentucky, and Illinois, they're in most of the counties. And if you want to kind of look it up or whatever, it's AmericanRebelBeer.com is their website. But they're friends of ours, and I told them I would help them out this year. And it's really damn good beer. It's become my preferred choice. The only problem is I'm here in North Florida and I can't get it. I can't go and buy it. So when one of the guys comes through town, he normally comes in and he will hand me off a little bit of it, but I can't actually go and buy it where I'm at. But it's really good. I'm hoping when we get to Atlanta for the All-Star game that I might have some on hand with me for those of y'all who are going to meet up with us to give it a try. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. And it's Chris Sale Day. I'll tell you what, I think he's starting to figure some things out, but he's got to put it together for an entire start. That's 6.63 ERA. I mean, we got to do better than that. Anything. See if we can get the 3D in yet, or if we have to wait a minute, we'll attempt to pull it up for you. But anything better than that nonsense, because, I mean, for him to have an ERA that high is just ridiculous. He's throwing his final warm-up tosses. The Braves are in their City Connects. If you're not familiar with those, white pants, white shirt, light blue sleeves, very reminiscent of the 1970s Hank Aaron Braves jerseys, as I always call them. The A is on the front, spelled out that way, in blue outlined in red. And so are the numerals on the back. Names on the back are in red. And we've got a blue ball cap with the white front, blue bill, and the A represented in blue outlined in red for the city of Atlanta. Minnesota digging in with gray pants, red, white, and blue stripes down the side, dark navy blue top, Minnesota on the front, the interlocking TC representing the Twin Cities for Minnesota, and an M very reminiscent of the Miami Marlins M on the front of the cap. And their ball caps will be the same. One thing's for sure, I have watched a handful of game stages kind of flipping around while I'm getting ready for the game. We dodged a major bullet because there are some bad City Connects out there. I mean, downright putrid. We are just about set, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is swung on, popped up high down the right field line. It's 0-1. Reset this real quick. There's a glitch. Lefty-righty matchup. Brian Buxton leading off. Batting 203 on the year with a 6.23 OPS. The 0-1 swing. Chops it foul. It's 0-2. I am looking for a better than quality start from Mr. Sale today. What I mean by that is a quality start is 6 innings, 3 earned. I want to see something better than I want to see 6-2, 7-2, or 7-3. The 0-2 swing, chops it down the third base line. Sale's going to have to just put that in his pocket. No chance to get the speedy Buxton busting down the line. Sale thought about it, but he was going to have to pirouette in midair and throw a bullet over to first base, and that's just, he's more likely to end up on the IL than he is to make that play. So good job by Sale to just stick that in his back pocket. 1 on, nobody out. Keyshaw, right-handed second baseman, coming to the plate. First pitch on the way is a slider inside. It's 0-1. Keyshaw has never seen for Sale before. Most of the Minnesota batters had seen him a few times, not a lot, but a few times. Of course, him coming over from Boston. But they are a fairly young squad. The 0-1, down and in. Did he go around? Looked like he did. He did. Check swing strike. It's 0-2. Your first base umpire tonight is Carlos Torres. Just in case you missed the pregame. Keyshaw batting .500. He was 1 for 2 last night. The 0-2, down and in, 1-2. 1-2 count. Lefty, righty. Here comes the pitch. Swing, fists it back foul. Infield is back into the left, or excuse me, back into the right. Left side of the infield, is what I'm trying to say. We've got about 9 things going on. We'll get it together. The 1-2. Swing, fouls it back, 97 miles an hour. 1-2 count. Braves nothing, Twins nothing. Just getting going here in the top of the first. If you're just joining us, Brian Buxton is at first with an infield single. The 1-2 pitch. Swing! That ball's wrapped down the left field line. That ball's going to get jammed up against the wall. Here comes Buxton. He's going to score with ease. An RBI double, and Chris Sale is struggling once again. A hanging slider got way too much of the plate, and the right-hander slapped it down the line. That slider was hanging. It was about belt high, middle cut, basically in a, couldn't put it better on a tee for the right-handed bat of Keyshaw. Runner at second, nobody out. Here's the pitch from Sale. It's a slider on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Braves nothing, Twins 1. Like to keep it right here if you can. Ryan Jeffers batting .244 on the year. The infield is back into the left. The 0-1 right there at the knees. Inner cut just above the caps. It's 0-2. That one came in, the fastball at 97 miles an hour on this at bat. The 0-2 from Sale. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the slider on the outer edge, 1 away. You know, it's funny when things are going bad for you, they go bad for you in this game. That barely tapped ball by Buxton that turned into a base hit. I bet it left the bat at about 40 miles an hour. I mean, it was a soft tosser. But when you're struggling like Sale, it just seems like it piles up on you. First pitch on the way to Ty France is right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. France batting cleanup today. 2 home runs on the year. The 0-1. Fastball just misses inside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Chris Sale trying to stop the bleeding. Comes set, lifts his red glove and spins around, chases the runner back to the bag. That'll be his first move to second base of this at bat. The 1-1 from Sale. Set up inside, brings it, swing, rips it over to short, backhanded by Allen. He'll fire it across the diamond. It's a 6-3 putout, 2 away. On the play, the very aggressive Keyshaw. We've seen it already, the rookie. He's bound to run himself into trouble at some point here in the major leagues, but he's got elite speed. He took off on that play. If that's Arcia at short, there's a very good chance he guns down Keyshaw at third. They were showing his, what do they call it, the Google Cloud speed this morning on the highlight reel when he stole the base last night. The first pitch on the way to Correa is 96 at the knees. It's 0-1. And he has basically Mike Trout kind of speed going down the base paths when Trout was in his prime. The 0-1 inside might have clipped the bottom part of the zone, but the way Murph was set up on the outside, it kind of crossed him up. He was never going to get that call because of the frame. So a 1-1 count. Lefty, righty, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that changeup. It's 1-2. One of the things that I found interesting today when preparing for this game, and I don't know if it's a concerted effort or if it just hasn't worked for him so far, but Chris Sale has only thrown his sinker 5% of the time this year. It was well north of that last year. The 1-2 from Sale. Changeup misses high and out of the zone, 2-2. His slider comes in at 44%. The four-seam 37%. Sinker 5 and the changeup 14%. The 2-2. Sale brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him. Smoke him if you got him, and he got him. 2 strikeouts on the inning. He did give up a run. Let's go get it back for him, Braves country, here on a Saturday night at Truist Park.
I don't know what's going on. People often ask, what's the best way to handle a coworker who doesn't know when it's time to stop talking? Well, I'm going to share with you the one sentence I use that works every single time. Now it's time to shut the up, ho!
I don't know what's going on.
I'm waiting for you guys to praise me.
What?
Why? Oh, because I'm doing something anti-racist, and I think I deserve praise for that, do I not?
You don't get praise for telling people you're not racist.
Then why am I doing it?
Hey, baby, I'm back from the store.
Hey, babe, thank you. What is this?
This is what you asked me for.
I asked you for feminine products. Babe.
Yeah, and not only did I get you that, but I saved us money in the process.
Babe, this is cotton rolls and toilet paper.
Yeah, you remember the other day when I asked you for cigarettes and you brought back tobacco and rolling paper?
Yeah, it was cheaper.
Yeah, well, I figured if I gotta roll mine, then you gotta roll yours.
Get out!
Baby, I was saving us money! I was saving us.
As the club hit rock bottom, the back issues that had begun to plague Mattingly a few years earlier resurfaced, then worsened.
Don Mattingly sitting out his second straight game. Yesterday, in early batting practice, he felt a twinge in the back.
I'll never forget this. We're in Cleveland, and he had to leave the team because his back blew out. That was the beginning where it became a habitual thing. And then you could see he wasn't swinging with the same torque. He was kind of swinging with management.
Pretty much only with his hands.
There's no snap in the swing or anything.
Well, it goes to show you his back problems.
Oh, sure. He's just not hitting from that deep crouch like he used to when he was putting up those Lou Gehrig type numbers.
I think the difference was if a ball went up in the air
There's a high drive deep to right field.
You weren't sure if it was going up.
Back to the wall. He waits, and he's got it.
And it usually did.
What happens to his Hall of Fame credentials, which were so brilliant his first 5 years or so?
His last 6 years, he's averaging only 10 homers a year, and seasons where he had as few as 5 home runs. You know, for a first baseman, that's not really acceptable power output, and when he didn't have that, his value suffered, and the Yankees suffered for it.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Verdugo is right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Right-handed Topa, the opener for today's game, the 0-1. Swing, rattles it foul down the line. It's 0-2. Minnesota playing the bullpen game. It's really a strange strategy, but they're wanting Topa to start the game off. I guess they figure he's going to fare better against the top of the order and then bring Richardson in. There must be someone specifically they are trying to avoid in the first 3 with Richardson on the bump. The 0-2 swing. That ball's going to get slapped into left field, and that's down for a base hit. And how about that? That's the very first base hit for Doogie. Alex Verdugo. A base knock. Way to get things going here in the bottom of the first. Righty-righty matchup now. Austin Riley, the batter, first pitch on the way. A hanging sweeper taken up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Infield is back and to the left. Playing Riley to pull. Huge hole on the right side. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Chase one inside. 0-2. You'd have liked for him to have swung at the first pitch and let that one go by. So an 0-2 count. Brings it. Try to get him to chase the sweeper on the outer part of the zone. Austin Riley batting .269 on the year. An .818 OPS. 5 home runs to his credit. The 1-2 pitch. Brings it. Swing. Rattles it foul. 96 miles an hour. Right up in his kitchen. It's 1-2. Minnesota outfield is playing pretty straight away, fairly deep as you can expect. Braves trail 1-0. The 1-2. 95 outside, 2-2. His longest outing of the year was 1 2/3. If you can run the pitch count up here in the first inning, you might knock him out of the box there. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up. Coming in, making the, well, thought he was going to make a running catch, but instead Carlos Correa called off Bader. He'll make the catch in shallow left, the shortstop, F6 in your scorecard. One away. One down, and that'll bring Marcell Ozuna to the plate. The Big Zoo. Righty-righty matchup. He has not faced Topa before. First pitch on the way. Swing. That ball slapped into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Verdugo had to hurry up and get down to second. He was holding up there for a second. Didn't know if that ball was going to be caught. But the Big Zoo comes through with a base hit. Slaps it to right. It was a fastball high in the zone. We've got first and second. One out. Matt Olson coming to the plate. Righty, lefty, first pitch on the way. Sweeper on the outer edge. Good pitch by Topa. It's 0-1. His sweeper comes into the low 80s. That one registered about 83 miles an hour. The 0-1 is set up down the way. Sweeper misses. Tried to hit that same spot, missed it this time. 1-1. Game plan might be to stay away from, pitch away from Olsen, but he can go out there and knock it the other way. Verdugo with decent speed. The 1-1 misses outside. Another sweeper misses. 2-1. SWR, as he's known as, Simeon Woods Richardson, is warming up in the Minnesota pen. The 2-1 pitch. Looks back the runner at second, kicks and fires. Swing! That ball's rifled foul down the line. Cutter came in at about 92 miles an hour, evens up the count. Deuces wild, 2-on, a 2-2 count to Olsen. Here in the bottom of the first. Infield back into the right. The third baseman Bride all by his lonesome on the left. The 2-2. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. They're trying to get him to drag it on the ground over to the right side, maybe set up a double play. Olsen's going to be trying to stay underneath it and send it towards the chop house. The 2-2 brings it. Outside wide, ball 3. So you got a full count now. Just 1 out. So the runners are going to have to wait to see where the ball's heading before they take off. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep. Going back on the track. It's off the wall. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Here comes the runner around to score. And safe! Alex Verdugo crosses home plate. The runners had to hold up. But the ice house goes off the wall.
This is not watered down. This is ice house.
98 miles an hour off the bat.
As it gets.
Good attempt by Kiersey out there in right field. He was going to try to go up and get it, but it went up against the bricks. Shot back, and a great job by Byron Buxton to play it off the wall, or that would have been 2. So the Braves have tied it up. Here comes Ozzie Albies. First pitch on the way. Cutter misses outside. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Matt Olson's 1,000th career hit. The infield is playing about halfway in, the 1-0. Cutter grabs the outer edge, 1-1. Richardson looks like he's ready. I would think he's probably going to come in and face Smurf if there's any more damage done here. 1-1. Inside, swing! That ball's ripped down the right field line. Just foul. And I mean just foul. It's 1-2. That missed pay dirt by about a foot outside the right field line. Braves 1, Twins 1, bottom 1. Runners at second and third. The infield is back and to the right. And playing halfway in, the 1-2. Swing, rips it over towards first. He's going to step on the bag, and it's going to be G3 on the scorecard. The runners will not be able to advance to away. That ball was hit right at the first baseman, Ty France. Ozuna, no chance to be able to advance. Even someone with good speed's not leaving on that one. So they're going to leave it up to Sean Murphy. And since he got Ozzie Albies out in that, they're going to leave him in to face him. Second and third, 2 outs. First pitch on the way. Inside, 95-mile-an-hour sinker. Just clapped the side of the zone. It's 0-1. Orioles beat the Reds today 9-5. That's a final. Brewers and A's just getting underway. They're scoreless. The 0-1 chop foul. It's 0-2. Padres, nothing. Houston, nothing. They're in the second. Not a ton of night games. Most of them were played today. There is a late game tonight. San Francisco and the Angels. That's at 9:38 first pitch. So Sean Murphy down 0-2, batting .219 on the year. Pitch on the way, caught looking strike 3. Got it, get the bat off your shoulder. More of the same. We'll be back in a flash, but the Braves have tied it up 1-1. Chris Sale will go back to work and try to settle it down.
I was today years old when I found out that a yawn is a silent scream for a margarita.
I'm going to tell you, and I know you're going to be hurt.
Then you're going to be hurt.
Your Uncle Jimmy just died.
Who?
Your Uncle Jimmy.
I know you lying.
And calm down. I know he was your favorite uncle. Calm down. Calm down.
I know my uncle ain't just died.
Yes,
I know you.
You okay? Yes, he did.
Stop playing.
You all right?
I know my damn uncle ain't just died.
He did just die.
Hey, I just saw him last night.
I know.
I just saw. I dropped him off last night.
It's okay if you want to cry.
Man, I know. I can't believe this. This ain't nothing but a damn dope.
What you mean?
But do you know what he came up here for last night?
No.
He borrowed $50 from me, and now you tell me he done died.
What they got to do with anything? He borrowed $50.
Well, how the hell I'm gonna get my damn money back? He knew he was for the lead him. If he knew he should leave him, we should have talked about it. He should have told him, bro, I give you the $50. You give me $50, and I give it to you back before I die. That was all he should have said. Feeling the feet that he wasn't living long.
I'm sitting here trying to come and comfort you.
Go on, call and see if somebody give me my damn money.
Then came insult added to the injury, in the form of one of the stranger controversies any baseball star ever endured.
It was kind of the mullet days. There was a lot of it going on around baseball. And we had a number of guys in our club that I felt like had long hair too. It was Stump that, kind of let me know at some point before the game, if you don't get your haircut today, you don't play. And I'm like, man, I play hurt. I'm here every day. I'm on time. I'm in shape. And you're going to single me out right now? And I just felt like that was wrong. So I thought about it. And so I went back in his office and said, I'm not playing.
Don being set down yesterday, fined for not getting his hair cut.
The fact that he wouldn't cut his hair right away, that became a national story because it's Don Mattingly. The Yankees have their rules, and Don Mattingly is a rules follower, but everything was so messed up back then. I mean, the team was just awful. It didn't seem like it was the Yankees.
So I just rolled a joint. I bet you're jealous. Oh, well, don't be. It was my ankle. I'm old.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Chris Sale goes back to work after the Braves offense tied it back up to 1. First pitch on the way from Sale. It's a four-seam fastball out of the zone. High, it's 1-0. That one came in at 94 miles an hour. Lefty-righty matchup. Harrison Bader, the batter, the former New York Yankee, former Cardinal. 1-0. Pops it back foul. It's 1-1. Philly held on to beat the Marlins 11-10 today. They jumped out to a huge lead. I quit paying attention to the game. Then I saw the finals. Like, whoa, that escalated quickly. So they must have really went through the bullpen today. The 1-1, 94, inside 1-2. Taijuan Walker was the starter again today. I don't know how long he went. I haven't had a chance to look, but he's starting to fizzle like we talked about last week when we faced him. The 1-2. Slider just misses down, 2-2. 2-2 count. Lefty righty Sale turns and delivers. Down and in, ball 3. It's a danger of walking the leadoff runner. Chris Sale struck out 2 so far. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pulled the string on that one. Yak 'em. 1 away. When he's going, that's his pitch, obviously, the slider. That's the one he likes to lean on. He had great control of that one. I still think he'd like to see it a little down, but the motion on it was incredible. Jonah Bride, the batter, first pitch on the way. He's 76, just misses the outer edge. It's 0-1. Excuse me, 1-0. I think I said 1-0. The 1-0 count. Kicks and fires. Slider up top for a strike. 1-1. Jonah Bride. The name sounds familiar. It should. He was a Miami Marlin in spring training this year. The 1-1 chops it down the third base line. Do it again. In fact, he was with the Marlins at the beginning of this year. 1-2 count. I believe this is his first at bat as a Twin is what I'm showing. 1-2, misses outside wide, 2-2. Chris Sale's at 30 pitches, so you'd like to see him be a little more economical here in the next 2 outs. The 2-2. Down and in. Did he go around? He did. Strike 3. Number 4 on the day. 2 down. Looked like it was a check swing strike. He was rang up by first base umpire Charlie Ramos. Minnesota Twins were the odds-on favorite in Vegas to win the American League Central. For those who probably don't follow the American League, may think this is a bad baseball team. They were the odds-on favorite to win the Central. His first pitch on the way to Vasquez is right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. I did not pick them to win it, but you talk to most of the experts, they did have him picked to win. The 0-1 swing, chops it foul. Just fouled the first base bag. It's 0-2. Christian Vasquez, you probably remember him from his days as a Boston Red Sox. Now 34 years old. He was with those Red Sox when they won it all in 2018. He's been with Minnesota since 2023. The 0-2. Swing! Fouls it back. 0-2 count. If you remember the trade deadline in 2022, and I remember it well for whatever reason, Houston and Boston were playing a game on the deadline day as the 0-2's down and away, 1-2. And I remember Boston had fallen out of it, and they traded Vasquez, the man at the plate right now, to Houston. So he literally walked from one clubhouse to the other and put on some gear, and he played in that game. 1-2. Swung on and pops it up. High into left field. Doogie is underneath it, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3. 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of 2. Michael Harris is coming to the plate. Let's get it, Braves country.
So somebody asked, what do you call this part of the bread? And some people said, oh, well, we call it the heel. Somebody comment, oh, we call it the butt. Somebody else commented. Somebody else commented. And somebody else commented and said, I call it the hole. Because everybody touch it, but nobody want it.
You don't put your hands on people. Tell him you're sorry. Hey, James. He said he's on speakerphone and his parents are listening. So? Just say... My dad wanted me to call you and say... I'm sorry. He's sorry. You're sorry. And you're sorry. What the f***? Now you got him cursing. Are you stupid? He thinks you're stupid. You're really not that smart. He's still insulting your intelligence. I hope you know you're in trouble. And he just threatened you. Call the police.
Got my haircut the next day. I didn't want to sit out games because of that.
The hair has been trimmed at least a good 1/8 of an inch. More importantly, the hair was cut.
That was a mess. You learn a lot of things about what not to do. Donnie, there's not a mean bone in his body, but don't push him up against the wall. He's got a lot of backbone and great passion, but it didn't need to be that.
Even through his injuries and the tough times, the Yankees did extend Don Mattingly an honor as they searched for stability in the spring of 1991, naming him team captain. The move actually came at a pivotal time. With the club committing to rebuild and develop young players from the minor leagues, Donnie Baseball would be a constant set to influence a new generation of Yankees.
Young players kind of start looking for people that they can relate to, whether it's their demeanor during the game, the way that they go about practice and their work ethic doing their drills. And for me, Don was that guy that I always looked up to.
Shut up in here, I'm trying to sleep. One of you turds is about to get smacked in the mouth if you don't keep it down.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Michael Harris II coming to the plate, and it will be SWR, as he's affectionately known by the Minnesota Twins fans. Simeon Woods Richardson, number 24 on his back. He'll kick and fire. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 94 up top. It's 0-1. The 0-1, Richardson with a 4.30 ERA. 24-year-old brings it. Misses high, 1-1. Originally drafted by the New York Mets in the second round in 2018. Went to high school at Kempner, Sugarland, Texas. Kempner High School at Sugarland, Texas. 1-1. Harris shows bunt, pops it up. Fastball coming inside, and he tried to. That's a tough pitch to bunt a fastball on the inside part of your hands. The 1-2 count. Richardson came up in 2022. The 1-2, down and in, 2-2. I didn't realize he was this young. He's been around for a while. I'm very familiar with him playing fantasy baseball and whatnot, and reading box scores every morning like I do. I had no idea that he was just 24 years old. I thought he was late 20s. The 2-2, swing, pops it up, foul and out of play. We'll do it again. He's been pretty consistent over his career. He's got a 4.33 ERA. 141 strikeouts over 158 innings. The infield is back and to the right. Pitch swung on, chops it off his instep. Rolls out towards the pitcher's mound. Foul. Do it again, 2-2. Harris hanging below the Mendoza line, batting .197, a base hit would shoot him above it. 2 home runs, 8 RBI, 534 OPS. The 2-2. Richardson comes set, pulls the trigger. Fastball misses high, ball 3, 3-2. So a 3-2 count. This year he's walked 5 through 14 2/3 innings. And that has been an Achilles heel for him throughout his career, the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, blew it right by him. Fastball, 95 on the outer track, went away. One down. Nick Allen, the batter. Be a righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. The little Nicky's off the edge for a ball. It's 1-0, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-0. Richardson turns and fires. Swing! Pops it up. Lazy fly ball down the right field line. Coming over, making the catch is Kiersey. Quickly 2 down. Chased a fastball out of the zone. That's one of those pitches that he has no business swinging at early in the count, because Nick Allen does not have power. He's got to be looking for stuff lower in the zone that he can get down and just try to get on base. Jared Kelenic is your batter. He hit one out last night, but batting just 163 on the year. If he connects, he can bring it. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him, right inside his kitchen. It's 0-1. You can expect them to want Richardson to go about 4 to 5 innings after taking over from the opener Topa. Whatever strategy they had planned didn't really work out. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Man, he's just blowing it right by him. It's 0-2. An 0-2 count. Think about how much deeper this lineup becomes when Kelenic's not in the lineup and you got Acuna. As the 0-2 misses high, 1-2. I would tend to think that means Doogie goes down into the order towards the bottom of the order, batting somewhere between 7th and 9th, depending on the starter. The 1-2. Swing, rips it right by him. That'll end the inning. Man, Kelnick. he got his doors blown off on that one. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Hey, Dad. Yeah. You got two options. A, be quarantined with Mom.
B.
Or
B. B.
I didn't even say B.
I don't give a about the WNBA. About none of them. None of them.
You wouldn't go to an Angel Reese game?
No.
I think that would be dope.
I wouldn't. I don't want to watch a bunch of doing nothing. I like volleyball hoes in them little bitty shorts. I like them baseball fine in the mother. But them long, tall-legged with them long arms, man, them look like Lou Alcindor.
Well, I want more than anything else in this entire world. Yes. Crack. Oh. I thought you were going to say pizza or no. Buffalo wings. No. You want crack? Yeah, crack cocaine. Now, I've never had crack. Dude, you are going to love it.
There was a bond that fortified that admiration when Mattingly took an active role in helping Bernie Williams adjust to Major League life.
I was kind of hazed by some of the older guys, and I was very sensitive and very emotional.
They used to call him Bambi, and they'd make fun of him. And he had those Coke bottle glasses, and he was very skinny.
He was kind of getting bullied a little bit. Bernie was quiet, and he made mistakes on the field, like everybody does.
He's on the ground as the ball's off the wall.
Donnie didn't like hazing. He didn't like that. You're in the clubhouse. You're part of this team.
Mattingly shut it down, and it just stopped because Mattingly wouldn't allow it.
He actually had to step in and say, hey, leave the guy alone. And then he took me on the back of the bus, and he said to me, hey, you're a good player. You have the potential to be a better player than you are right now, but these are the things that you have to do.
Just talking about how good he was. Can't let anybody tell you that you can't play, and that was it.
To me, that was one of the pivotal times in my career where I could look back and say, that conversation with him took me to the next level.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Braves Twins 1-1, top of 3. First pitch on the way is a bunt foul down the first base line. It's 0-1. Kiersey is trying to milk it to get on base, but he went at the ball, so it should be a strike. If he stands there, it probably hits him on the hip. He turned in. He's trying to lay the bunt down. Let's see where it got him. Oh, it got him in the. Oh, it was the knee. He's holding his hand, but that's not where the ball hit. The ball hit the bat and then went inside on his hand. Now, the only thing that could have happened there is he might have gotten a stinger if he's holding his hand, but the ball itself did not hit his hand, I don't believe, unless there's a different angle that shows something totally different, but it looked like it hit the inside of his bat. Let's see, look at it again. Yeah, that hit his bat. It might have hit his finger that was holding the bat. It would have just barely clipped him. I think he was trying to work his way aboard. I mean, at some point, you got to give the man an Oscar because it didn't hit his hand that he's holding. That's for sure. But it might have got him right on the finger as it came off. But it shot right down to his knee. I thought they were going to be checking out his knee. As we hold up on that, check the out-of-town scoreboard real quick as the trainer continues to hold. They're holding his left hand, which is strange. He's taking some practice swings. Even the Minnesota side. The only thing I can think is if it rattled, maybe it just missed the bat and skipped in and hit his finger, because they're showing a different angle now, and it may have caught his knuckle as it bounced off. The out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. The Mets blanked the Cardinals 3-0. We'll see St. Louis beginning of next week. Phillies 11-10 over the Marlins. Red Sox 4-3 over the White Sox. That game went 10 innings. Orioles 9-5 over the Reds. That game is a final. Brewers lead the A's 1-0. They are in the fourth. Padres 1-0 over the Astros in the third. Giants and Angels later at 9:38 first pitch. Cubs beat the Diamondbacks 6-2. We're back to the action. First pitch on the way is a slider. Slaps the side of the zone, but home plate umpire Carlos Torres blew that one. It's 1-1. Maybe that was the sympathy ball, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Cleveland blanks the Pirates 3-0. Rangers topple the Dodgers 4-3. These are all finals. Nats and Rockies 12-11. That's a final. 1-2. Slider misses down and away, 2-2. And the Rays outlast the Yankees 10 innings. They win 10-8. That's your out-of-town scoreboard. The 2-2 from Sale brings it. Looking strike three. He got caught watching the paint dry. 95 right down the track after lulling him to sleep with those sliders. Chris Sale here in the third inning has just recorded his 5th punching. Byron Buxton, top of the order. First pitch on the way. Slider inside. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kingston brings it. Swing and a miss. Slider. 1-1. Buxton had an infield single, kind of a nubber down the third base line his first time up. He came around to score on a double by Keyshaw. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Earlier today in NBA action, if you're keeping up with the playoffs, Nuggets beat the Clippers 112-110 in overtime. They were down by a ton in the first half. And the Pacers take care of the Bucks 117-98. 1-2 count. Just below the knees, 2-2. Chris Sale at 45 pitches, a little north of where you want to be at this point. The 2-2. Swing, rips it into center field, going back, trying to make a jumping catch as Harris. That goes over his head. He got burned on that one. He'll fire it into the infield. Buxton will make it all the way to third, and a wild throw almost cost the Braves a run there. Bad throw by Harris. I don't know what in the world he was doing there. He threw a wild throw to third. He should have hit the cutoff man. I think he's underestimating the speed of Buxton. Buxton, when healthy, can fly. Harris tried to make a leaping grab on the warning track. So now the Braves infield will have to come in. He hits the cutoff man. Buxton's going to stop at second, but you could tell that throw was nowhere near the zone. First pitch on the way is 96-mile-an-hour fastball to Keyshaw. Right there on the edge, it's 0-1. Keyshaw has already got 1 RBI, batting 600, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, slider up top. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Not sure why they're showing Brooks Lee on the FanDuel bottom line if you're following along at home. It's probably just more of the same that we get from the production team, but that is Keyshaw for sure. The 0-2 brings it. Swing, fouls it down the line, 96 miles an hour. Do it again. So an 0-2 count. Keyshaw ripped an RBI double on a hanging slider his first time up. They set up inside. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the four-seam fastball. 2 down. When Murph set up inside like that up high, you knew they were coming with the hard stuff. Got him to miss it. I think the thought process is there that even if he contacts it, he's probably going to pop it up. So now the infield moves back, but we're not out of the woods yet. Jeffers, the batter, with 2 outs. First pitch on the way. 97 up top. He checked down the line. He did not go. It's 1-0. Standing on deck is France, their cleanup hitter. The infield is back and to the left. Olsen buys lonesome over there at first. The 1-0. Slider slaps the side of the zone. It's 1-1. We'll go ahead and put it behind home plate again since the game right now is at the plate. 1-1 count. Brings it. Slider down and in, 2-1. Sale at 53 pitches. He can get out of this. He's still north of where he wants to be, but it's not a terrible number. One quick inning could straighten it out. 2-1 count. Kicks and fires. Slider misses well high and out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-1. See the frustration on Chris Sale's face as he rubs the ball and looks at the sky. Just hasn't had the control that he had last year so far. The 3-1. Slider misses way out of the zone and high. Ball 4. They were shooting on the inside track, but instead, you got runners on the corners, 2 outs. You kind of like to see Smurf go out there and talk to him here just to get him to catch his breath. I think that's essentially what he's trying to do by playing the game with the pitch column. Murph called a quick kind of a halftime out there while he checked to make sure that the pitch column was working. Sale back to work. Ty France the batter. First pitch on the way. 96 mile an hour fastball. Top of the zone. Top shelf strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Infield back into the left. Runner at first. Runner at third. The 0-1 pitch. 94 up top. Good pitch. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Chris Sale trying to keep it right where it's at. Does he stay aggressive with the fastball or does he try to float a slider in there? They set up inside. Pitch. Down and away. 1-2. One-two count. Chris Sale already with 6 strikeouts on the day, looking for number 7 or any kind of an out. The 1-2. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. Ball bounces behind home plate. This will be Chris Sale's 60th pitch on his next offering. So a 1-2 count. Sale comes set and brings it. Slider in the dirt. 2-2. Not quite sure what y'all are talking about because the chat's going so quickly, but hate to hear that you're going through tough times, James. The 2-2. 2 on, 2 out. Pitch on the way. Swing, rattles it foul. 97 into the rafters. We'll do it again. Sale trying to get out of this inning. Twins threatening. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Braves 1, Twins 1, top 3. The Braves will have the top of the order due up in the third. The 2-2. 96 misses inside, well inside. Full count. Full count. Runner at first will be off to the races. Olsen is not holding him. There he goes. Pitch, swung on. Banged over to short. Allen's got it. Thought about going to second. Realized the runner was going to beat him. Flips it to first, and that'll end the inning. So a great job of getting out of danger by the conductor. We'll be back in a flash.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. I started drinking at 6 a.m. and we're here now. I don't know what time it is, but I'm rolling deep, and those cars are going real fast and real left, son. They're going fast and left.
I don't like to brag about the expensive places I've been, but night before last, I went to the grocery store.
Nope, I don't want to hear it. I know what you're doing. This woman, the whole entire time we have been home, has been eyeing my sandwich. You said no twice in the drive-thru. She said no twice. I pull up and I'm like, I'll take a chicken sandwich, babe. What do you want? And then you're like, oh, I'm not hungry. Even though we got done with the gym. And then I'm like, okay, honey, are you sure? Yeah, I'm not hungry. So we pull forward. And then I go, honey, are you sure you don't want anything to eat? Chuck, I'm not hungry. I was like, okay, fine. We get home and this woman won't stop staring at my food.
Emerging young players like Williams were a positive sign for the Yankees. But they were surrounded by a culture of losing that had taken hold.
If you think of a Western where the sheriff comes to town to clean it up, the first act was before it needed to get better, it needed to stop being worse.
Buck Showalter, he deserves to be in the middle of the Yankee picture because he's done a great job as the youngest manager in baseball.
16 years in the Yankee organization as a player, minor league manager where he had a lot of success.
Buck became the manager in the 92 season, and he really worked on exterminating certain negative influences in the clubhouse, and he knew he had a light traveler in Mattingly.
To me, it irritates me when guys aren't ready to play. They come out and they don't feel like playing one way or the other. And to me, that's wrong. If you don't feel like playing, then get out of the line or do something.
Mattingly and Buck Showalter, they weeded out the people in the clubhouse in terms of who was going to be in place going forward.
You're in Braves country.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Just a reminder, we're not the only ones that go through injuries. They flashed up there on the Minnesota broadcast as the 0-1. Swung on, fouled down the line. It's 0-2. Pablo Lopez, the starter for the Twins, I guess is on a rehab assignment. I think he pitched today, I think is what they were showing. He went 4 2/3. So he must be close to returning to the Minnesota rotation. Luckily, we'll get them out of town before that happens. The 0-2. Swing, rip down the right field line. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Here comes Verdugo cooking towards second. He's got a leadoff double. And Doogie is halfway to a cycle. He's got a single and a double. Good job, Doogie. That's what we were looking for when he joined this team. Gives you good professional bats. Like I told you when he first came up, he was not going to be a home run hitter per se. He averages about 13 a year throughout his career, but he hits in the high 260s, 270s. Last year he was down in 230, Bill. First pitch on the way to Riley is up top for a ball. It's 1-0. But as a guy that could platoon in left field, starting against righties, when Acuna comes back, or give Acuna a day off from time to time, I think he's a perfect fit. The 1-0. Swing, rifles it foul back. It's 1-1. He's about an average defender in left field. He's not going to cost you for being out there, but he's not necessarily going to win a Gold Glove either. But the Braves have guys that can spell that. If you can start him on most days when Acuna comes back in left and have Kelenic spell him defense at the end of the game, is the 1-1 down and away 2-1. You know, the other option you're going to have is that, let's say he gets on with a double like that late in the ball game and you're needing that run, you could go get Kelenic to pinch run for him, because Kelenic defensively and on the base paths is phenomenal. The 2-1 misses high, 3-1. Kelenic just hasn't put it together at the plate yet. 3-1 count. But every once in a while, just about the time you're ready to give up on Kelenic, he smokes one over the wall like he did last night. 3-1 count. Riley digs in. Here's the pitch. Taking a slider high in the zone, 3-2. We'll go ahead and change the view so you get a good look at the action. Runner at second. Nobody out. Infield back and to the left. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's ripped into left field, and that ball's going to get down. It's going to bounce off the glove of the left fielder, Bader, and we'll go station to station, but Riley comes through with a base rip.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
Shot off that bat like a cannon. Tell you what, Bader really made... He did a great job making sure that ball didn't get by him. He should not have slid for that. That ball easily could have hopped over his glove, and Riley would be standing on second or third right now with nobody out. But instead, we got runners on the corners, nobody out, and the Big Bear coming to the dish. First pitch, takes 94 down the track on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Righty. Ozuna batting now 302 on the year as he climbed back up after that single in the first. The 0-1 swing, fouls it back, got it right inside his kitchen. It's 0-2. Be looking for a fly ball here to send Verdugo home. He's got solid speed. He's not going to win a lot of track meets, but he's also not going to clog up the base paths. The 0-2. They set up way outside wide, look for the sweeper pitch. Misses high. 1-2. Not going to get someone to swing a bender out of the zone away from you when it's that high. He was shooting for the down barrel. The 1-2 to Zoo. They set up inside. Swing! Pops it back to foul. 95. Do it again. That one was a little further in than the one he fouled back a second ago. They're playing the game of in and out, in and out. The infield is back and to the left. So a huge hole on the right side because they're holding the base runner Riley. Braves 1, Twins 1. The 1-2 swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Shallow right field coming in. Making the catch is Kiersey. He'll fire it into the infield, but no way that Verdugo was going to leave on that one. That was very shallow right field. Even someone with elite speed is going to be dead meat at home plate. So Matt Olson is now the batter, and they'll back up into double play depth and play Olson to pull, so they're back into the right. Now the hole is on the left-hand side, where the third baseman, Bright, is basically playing a shallow shortstop position. Righty-lefty, first pitch. Curveball, just misses the zone. It's 1-0. Pretty good pitch, just missed below. 1-0 count. A's and Brewers are tied at 1 there in the fifth. 1-0. Swing, chops it foul. 1-1. Olsen had an RBI double in the first. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 94 on the outer track. It's 1-2. One-two count. Richardson, swing. That ball is slapped into left field. That's going to get down where the green grass grows, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 2-1 lead. Good piece of hitting by the Ice House. An RBI single.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
That'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Runners on first and second. 1 out. The first pitch is in the dirt. Trying to get him to chase the curveball. It's 1-0. Richardson, by the way, this is his second inning of work, so he's thrown an inning and a third, and he's at 33 pitches. So though he wasn't the starter, it's a high pitch count for just an inning and a third. He's looking for a double play. Keep that in mind. The 1-0. Swing. Rips it over to first, and the only play for France is to go step on first base. Ball was just fair. They got Ozzie to pull that curveball again. They were looking for the double play, but it was going to take way too long to get down to second. And France made the smart play. With 2 outs, you'll now have runners on second and third, while the pitching coach, Pete Mackey, goes out there to talk to Richardson. They're looking for him to go into the 5th or 6th inning. So I don't think he's in danger of getting pulled right now, but at the same token, imagine this is the second inning with 2 outs, and you've got 34 pitches into the game. Sean Murphy, the batter, since he hit those 4 home runs, he's cooled off quite a bit. He's now batting just .212. Most of his damage took place in the first 5 games of his return. Righty-righty matchup. A single here would be huge. First pitch on the way, 93 inside. It's 1-0. We'll change the view back to home plate so you can see the action. 1-0. Drifts inside with a slider. 1. It's a pitch right there that normally Smurf tries to pound down the left field line. Must have been looking for the hard stuff outside. Infield back into the left. The 1-1 count. Pitch on the way inside. Got him. Got him in the arm. He'll head down to first. He's checking his left arm. Hopefully he's okay.
That booger eating spaz make me want to puke.
See where it got him. Oh, it got him in the hand. I thought it got him in the arm. Got him in the left hand. Trainer's out there to talk to him. Got him in the left hand. Top of the hand. Looked like it was a grazing blow, but they are going to take a look at it. I mean, he just can't, all puns intended here, he can't catch a break. At some point, if he's going to continue to get hit, he's going to have to start wearing something on those hands and not just batting gloves. I think of the old school ones that Bagwell used to wear that had the padding on top of the knuckles area. Harris comes to the plate. First pitch on the way. Fastball, top of the zone. It's 0-1. Ducks all over the pond. 2 outs. Michael Harris, your batter. Righty, lefty. Here's the pitch. Swing, pops it up. Down the third base line. That's going to be an easy out. Harris bails out Richardson with a batted bat. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves grab the lead, 2-1. You feel like it should have been more.
Did you know if you're over 50 years old, you can give yourself a prostate exam in the privacy of your own home? That's right. You can stay on top of that, right? You don't have to there's no embarrassing moments. You don't have to wear that stupid little gown in the hospital, right? You can just do it yourself at home. See, you're thinking about it. That's how I know you're gay.
Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked. Or the second half, we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked.
A homeless man just roasted me. I went to go to the library to return some books that are overdue, and this homeless man is sleeping in front of the library door. I felt sorry, but I was like, I still got to return these books. I'm thinking he's asleep under all the covers and stuff, but his head is out, and I'm dropping the books in the slot. And then all I hear is, boy, I ain't gonna lie, I thought your ass was Dave Chappelle. Nah, I'm just like laughing, whatever. And he like, nah, you talking about, you know the one I'm talking about when he got the brown coat? And then I thought about it. I was like, you talking about Tyrone Biggums?
We got better by who we subtracted as much as who we added. It was one of those things where we're not where we've been, we're not where we're gonna be, but we're on our way. So we shut up and worked and surround ourselves with players that kind of fit who we were, who we had to be, and it started with Donnie.
Buck was instrumental in the change. Buck knew what it took in the locker room. I remember he said, I got to find guys that it bothers them when we lose. He was definitely instrumental for me putting things on track. And those are some of the most fun teams I played on.
That 92 team, that begins cleanup. By 93, they get much better, and now they're off and running.
You're in Braves country.
You know what really grinds my gears? Give me this restaurant. Is it Ruth's? Is it Chris? Is Ruth's Chris' mom? What is going on?
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball, Braves Country Radio, bringing you Game 2 of the Twins-Braves. Atlanta leads at 2-1. Chris Sale will go back to work after Atlanta, trailing 1-0, tied it in the bottom of the first from a double from Olsen, scoring Verdugo as the first pitch on the way is swung on and chopped foul down the third base side, and Carlos Correa, it's 0-1. And then last inning, if you're just joining us, the Braves took the lead as the 0-1 down away 1-1. Verdugo scored when Matt Olson knocked him in with a single. You got 2 RBIs and 2 runs, both by the same guy. The 1-1. This is outside wide 2-0. Notice something. This is pretty funny, pretty interesting. Paul Bird is doing the TV sideline reporter gig for as the 2-1 outside wide 3-1 for the Braves tonight on television. Not seen him in quite some time, and I bet you has something to do with Wiley Bauer trying to hit on those gals that road game. I forget where he was. Was it 3-1's fouled away? It's full count. I did not know it happened for a few days, and I saw the video. And I mean, they want to blame the Ballard kid, but the guys in the booth were at fault as well because they were egging them on. And the whole thing is just in today's culture, that's just a big no-no. The 3-2 swing, that ball's belted, and that ball's gone. We got a tie ball game. Carlos Correa pounded one over the wall. Chris Sale coughs up yet another run, and it's 2-2 here in the fourth. His first home run of the year is a four-seam fastball, and he threw that thing about right down the pipe of the plate. And Correa pounded it over just under the chop house. So back to a tie game. First pitch on the way, 95 inside. Misses, almost gets Bader in the leg. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires, swing, rips it over towards short. He's going to have to hurry. Here comes the throw. A long throw and a longer stretch. Matt Olson making a great play over there at first. It was a bad throw by Nick Allen. It went up the line. Olson held the bag, made the stretch, backhanded it for out number 1. Bader was busting it down the line. That's why Allen had to hurry. He doesn't have the arm strength that Nick Allen has. You need to hurry up and throw the pitch. I'm going to tell you right now, his foot may not have been on the bag. Lefty, righty, too late now. First pitch on the way, slider outside wide. It's 1-0. Olson's foot looked like it came off the bag at the very end. There's only one angle that was really showing it, the 1-0. Swing, fouls it back, it's 1-1. One count. Braves and Twins tied at 2. The 1-1 swing. That ball's dribbled through the infield against the shift. And it's a softly hit ball, but into right field. A 1-out single for Bride. So that'll bring Vasquez to the plate. He is a double play threat here. The 34-year-old catcher takes the first pitch down and in. It's 1-0. Ex-teammate with Chris Sale. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swung on, chop foul. 1-1. Braves 2, Twins 2, top 4. Tomorrow, Grant Holmes, and then Monday, it'll be Schwellenbach followed by Strider on Tuesday. 1-1 pitch, swing, rips it down the left field line, but plenty foul. Well out in front of that slider, it's 1-2. Same two teams back at it tomorrow at 1:35 first pitch. We'll come on the air about 1 o'clock. Get you ready for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves right here on Braves Country Radio. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one. Strike 3. Good changeup. 2 away. He's at 78 pitches, so if you flash this forward, he can have a fairly quick inning here. 6 is out of the realm of possibility, but you're probably looking more at 5 innings. 5 and some change. Trevor Larnach, the batter, which means he is in for Kiersey, the right fielder that got hit on the finger by a pitch that he tried to bunt his last time up. So you got a lefty-lefty matchup. Trevor Larnach, 185, but he did hit a home run last night. Here's the pitch. First pitch, slider. Down in the zone, it's 1-0. Biggest difference between welcome to the Country Club via Hellion. 1-0. Swing and a miss, went around. As soon as I can change the screen, I'll see who it is we have welcomed in. Dave Ball Sports, SP, Colby Covers. Please stand by, and J.R. Weezy, welcome to the Country Club. The 1-1, down and away, ball 2, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Kicks and fires right down the pipe, 2-2, 94 miles an hour. The 2-2 brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him, 95 miles an hour up top, and that'll end the inning. So he gave up the solo shot, but settled down. When we come back, Allen leads us off, bottom 4.
Hey, I checked my checking account this morning, and I got $55.74. I don't know if any of y'all want to match me and see what we could do with TikTok if y'all want to buy it. It doesn't look like many of y'all are going to be able to match me. One person said he had $12. I mean, we could figure something out.
What's the fattest thing you ever did?
When I was 10 years old, my granddad decided to hog the last piece of sweet potato pie from Thanksgiving. So I had to concoct a grandmaster scheme. That night, I went to the refrigerator, and I took that pie tin and moved it all the way to the edge of the refrigerator. And the next morning, my granddad decided to go in there and have that pie that I couldn't eat. And when you opened the refrigerator door, it fell over the floor. It went all over the floor. Because at the end of the day, if I couldn't have that pie, wasn't nobody going to have it.
Can someone point me in the right direction of finding the that thought it would be a good idea to put football stadium lights on the front of their Dodge truck? I'd like to talk to that.
I remember, I think it was 1986 or 87, and I was notorious for being a slow starter. I was happy if I was hitting 210 at the end of April. Well, I don't think Donnie was that happy. You know, we were struggling so bad, and I was talking to him during batting practice a little bit, and I said, you know, you might be the only player in the league worse than me right now. We were both hitting like 188. I said, let's go out and have a few beers tonight. So we went out and had a few beers. Well, a few beers lasted a little longer than a few beers, and we probably got home at 2:30 in the morning, 1 o'clock game the next day. And I wasn't feeling all that chipper. And I remember the Yankees came up first, and I was playing first base then. And Donnie got a base hit his first at bat. He gets on first base, and we're kind of sharing a chuckle. He said, I feel like shit. How do you? I feel like shit too, you know? And then I come up in the bottom of the first, and I get a base hit. Now we're all laughing, you know? And I didn't get close to a lot of other players. I really did, but I did it with Don Mattingly.
Like and subscribe today. Braves Country Radio. Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Nick Allen. Misses out of the zone. It's 1-0. Richardson, his 41st pitch of the night. 1-0. Swing. Fists it back foul. 1-1 count. Braves came roaring back last night. Scored 5 in the 8th inning to win the first game of this series. 6-4 as the 1-1's fouled away. 1-2. One-two count. Richardson comes set, brings it. This is high. 2-2. His last name, Woods Richardson, the hyphenate in between, stretches across his back from one hip to the other. The 2-2, swing, fouls it straight back, do it again, 2-2. Much more than Schwellenbach because of just the long name, Woods Richardson. Two count in the dirt. Did he go around? They checked down the line. He did not. Full count. Good job by Nick Allen to hold up there. I thought he might have went. Checking at the... That looks like he did hold up as they showed the angle from the first base side. When you see a bat go forward and that ball spikes in the ground like that, it just automatically looks from above that he probably went. The payoff pitch, they set up outside. Here it is. Swing. That ball's rattled foul. He's behind that fastball. considerable amount, full count. Trying to fight his way aboard if he can get on. We've got Kelnick on deck and Doogie in the hole. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. Back foul behind home plate. Thank you, Mr. James. Payoff pitch. Outside wide ball 4. Great job working that back by Nick Allen, and in the nick of time, he heads down to first to start the 4th inning. Appreciate it, Mr. James. I meant to say something earlier. I don't think I did. We had a pretty sizable donation, I guess around a week ago when we lost Keith, and for whatever reason, I didn't see it. I don't know if you did it the day that it happened and I wasn't on the air, because that game was rained out as the first pitch on the way is right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Or if it happened a few days later, but we saw it, I think last night or the night before. I just wanted to make sure that you got credit for it, so we're going to play that again. Down and away. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Righty, lefty. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 1-2. 4-seam fastball up in the zone. Kelnick trying to fight his way aboard. Verdugo, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a single, looms on deck. The 1-2. Inside, 95. Close pitch. But he got the call, 2-2. Definitely inside. You never know nowadays with these umpires. A lot of them, the numbers I was looking at for Carlos Torres, he's a pretty decent umpire. He'll miss 1 or 2 along the way. They all do, but 2-2. Swing lifted, high and deep, into center field. Going back on the track, making the catch, leaping at the wall for a long out, number 1. Kid Kelnick almost sent that into orbit. Thought it might get off the wall, but Buxton, when he's healthy, he's still a heck of a player. Turned and made the catch as he was jumping, sticking the glove up and bracing himself as he thought he was a little closer to the wall than what he was. Just right of the 400-foot mark, so we'll say that was about a 397-foot blast. First pitch on the way to Verdugo is a changeup on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Amen to that, James. The 0-1. Swing, rattles it foul. 4-seam fastball up in the zone. It's 0-2. No 2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing. Just got a piece of that. Sends it towards the Braves' first base dugout. Braves 2, Twins 2, and a seesaw affair. Minnesota scored 1 in the first. The Braves answered in the first. Minnesota scored 1 in the fourth after the Braves had scored 1 in the bottom of the third. The 0-2 swing, chops it over towards second. It's going to be a 4-6. Not enough time to turn that double play as Verdugo was busting it down the line. 2 down. The shovel to Correa was kind of a rainbow shovel. If they were going to get that, he was going to have to rifle it to him a little faster. He's over there apologizing to Correa, but I don't think that they would have gotten him anyways because Verdugo still runs pretty well, and they had a long way to go on that Austin Riley, the batter, first pitch on the way, 94 right down the pipe. It's 0-1. Riley popped up and singled to left. 1 for 2 on the day, batting .275 on the year. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Coming out of his shoes on that one, it's 0-2. And he's hitting well. He stays in and drives it straight away towards center, but that one there, he opened up towards left again. There's a huge hole on the right side to boot. The 0-2. Caught looking, strike 3. Riley, man, he is struggling once again. He showed a glimpse of glamour there for about 3 days, and he's back into a rut. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Pepsi?
We only have Coke.
I'll take a gram.
You know, the key to a happy marriage is simple communication. So the next time your wife is upset with you, giving you the silent treatment, and you can't quite figure out why, simply grab her some coloring books, set them down next to her, and let her know that she's acting like a child because she can't use her big girl words to tell you what's really going on. She'll clearly understand that you're correct and draw you a pretty picture. Write that down.
You should leave him immediately. Not because he's a Texas fan. You should leave him because he deserves better. Most men don't care about much of anything in this world. I care about my mom. I care about my girlfriend. I care about my football team and my friends, I guess. We just don't care about much. Like, we like TV shows and we like video games, but like, we'll adjust. But our football, he probably loves that football team as much as he loves you. That man has probably loved that football team for as long as he's been a fan of anything. You came along a lot later. Like, that's gross behavior. And that man deserves so much better, even if his team did lose.
When they signed Wade Boggs over here, everyone was saying, this is going to be a disaster. Don Mattingly, Wade Boggs on the same team.
That was good back page reading because the Boston fans said that Don Mattingly and myself won't get along, that we'll be fighting in the clubhouse.
Well, lo and behold, we get to spring training, and the first thing that happens when the writers are allowed back on the minor league fields, there's Don Mattingly and Wade Boggs in the outfield together. And I remember smiling and I say, Donnie did this. This is going to work.
At the start of 1993, the Yankees had a revamped roster, a new manager, and for the first time in years, real promise. But while the club's results were trending upwards, Don Mattingly's bad back and other nagging injuries had sapped him of his production, leading to speculation the end for Donnie baseball might be near.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Chris Sale goes back to work. First pitch, hanging slider, pounded down the left field line. Buxton couldn't keep it straight, or that game, or that would have been gone, and they would have had a one-run lead. Well out in front of that one, it's 0-1. The 0-1, swung on, chopped foul, it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. They set up inside. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, smoked past the diving Riley into left field. They were setting up on the inside track. They did it before to Buxton. He was looking for that, and they couldn't get it inside. They got way too much of the plate on that one. Hard hit ball just past Riley. He barely got airborne, and that ball was flying past his glove. One on, nobody out. Once again, the leadoff hitter is on. It's been a theme here for Sale. First pitch on the way. Runner goes. Strike right there. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Buxton easily stealing second base. Not sure why Murph didn't throw. I guess he just figured he didn't have a chance. The 0-1. Down and in, 1-0. 1-1 count. Buxton still has that speed when healthy, and he's healthy right now. Biggest thing that's plagued his career has been the rash of injuries. 1-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, lifts it. High into center field. Coming in, making the catch is Money Mike. He'll try to beat Buxton into going, but Buxton standing at second, one away. Appreciate the kind words, Charles. One on, one out, but the runner is in scoring position. And the batter, Ryan Jeffers. Jeffers on the right side of the plate. First pitch down and in. It's 1-0. He walked his last time up, struck out swinging his first time. Sale comes set. They set up inside. Fastball misses. 2-0. 2-0 count. Jeffers batting .239 on the year. 5 RBI. They are on the bullpen phone to Abreu to get someone going as the 2-0 misses way outside wide 3-0. Sale is at 92 pitches. He may not even get out of this inning. The 3-0. Nowhere near the zone, down. Ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk as his pitch count is in the low 90s. And Sale is going to have a quick powwow. Looks like Kranitz is going to go out there and talk to him, but it's really just to buy some time for the bullpen, maybe get Sale a bit of a breather, try to reset. The double play gets you out of this. Ty France is the batter. Jeffers at first, Buxton at second. So you've got good speed at second base. Anything that gets down will probably score. Looks like it's Rafael Montero warming up in the Braves bullpen. But France and Jeffers are a double play candidate, so if you can get a 6-4-3 or something in that region, you could get out of this jam. France, the cleanup hitter, standing in. First pitch on the way. Slider nowhere near it. It's 1-0. Correa stands on deck, and he went yard the last time up. France does have 2 home runs on the year. He's got a .682 OPS. 1-0. Slider way outside wide again. Ball 2, 2-0. The 2-0 count. Kicks and fires. Changeup misses, ball 3, 3-0. Sale just cannot find the zone. Standing on deck is Correa. He's thrown 13 pitches in this inning and only 5 have hit the zone. The 3-0. Fastball right down the pipe, taken all the way by France. 3-1. Luckily, he was taken all the way because that was set up right down Main Street. We'll put the action cam on for you so you can see what's going on at the ball's hit. The 3-1. Outside wide, ball 4. And Sale is ticked off at himself. Snicker is trying to tell Murphy to stay because he's trying to buy as much time as he can before he heads out there to go get Sale. We'll be back in a flash. Chris Sale's night is done. A disappointing outing again for Chris Sale. 98 pitches with just 4 1/3. We'll be back in a flash. On this date in 1890, The Brooklyn Bridegrooms, later known as the Dodgers, play their first National League game. The former American Association team loses to the Boston Beaneaters, later known as the Braves, at Boston's South End grounds 15-9. On this date in 1912, due to a rainout on opening day, the Red Sox schedule a twin bill with games starting at 10:30 a.m. and 3:15 p.m. to give morning fans a chance to see the end of the Boston Marathon. Although a Patriots Day game will not become an annual event until 1959, the pairing of the holiday and the big crowd gathering for the 26.2-mile run almost occurred half a century sooner if inclement weather had not washed away Fenway Park's doubleheader. On this date in 1948, the Pittsburgh Pirates, wearing their black and gold color scheme for the very first time, lose baseball's traditional opener in Cincinnati 4-1 in a game that featured scuffles between opposing players, an ump, and a photographer, as well as a fan who jumped onto the field and the police. Becoming the first team to change the original colors permanently, the Bucks abandoned the familiar red, white, and blue patriotic look, using its hues to match the flag of the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome back. Rafael Montero, ex-Houston Astro, coming on. In 6 games this year for Houston and Atlanta, he's got a 2.57 ERA. The right-hander comes in with the bases juiced. And Carlos Correa, an ex-teammate of his, coming to the plate. Double play can get you out of it. Game seems to be on the line right here, right now. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Fastball, 94 on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Sale just once again did not have the control that we saw all last year. His stuff seems to be fine as far as velocity. He's hitting in the mid to high 90s depending on when he brings it. The 0-1. 94, smacks the black on the outer edge. It's 0-2. And they've talked about how the last few years he's been changing his arm angle, getting lower and lower, and maybe he just doesn't have the same slot that he had last year and can't find the grip, but we really need him to find it out and find it fast. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the gas on the outer edge. 2 away. He just went fastball, fastball, fastball. You're gone. That one he chased off the edge, but it was so close. Hard for Correa to hold off on that pitch. So Correa will head back. Harrison Bader's the batter. Batting .269 on the year. First pitch, 94. Smacks the black once again. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pitch on the way from Montero. Swing and a miss, splitter. It's 0-2. He was expecting that fastball once again. He was looking to rake it down the line. So now Montero's got a couple of pitches to play with. You don't want to get too cute with the bases loaded. But you are up 0-2. Harrison was struck out and grounded out. The ex-Cardinal, the ex-Yankee, the ex-Met. Montero comes set, brings it. 94 just misses the outer edge. 1-2. 1-2 count. Righty-righty, the pitch. Swing, rattles it down the line. Do it again. Braves 2, Twins 2, bases loaded, 2 outs, the 1-2 from Montero. Swing, just got a piece of it. Must have gotten a stitch or two just to stay alive. He barely banged it. He got a double bang because it looked like he got himself right in the jewels. He's needing a second to catch his breath, as you can imagine. Home plate umpire Carlos Torres is buying him a little time. Rocco Baldelli is out there to look at him, make sure he's all right along with the trainer. But I'm pretty sure that's what happened. He just needs a chance. We've all been there. Or at least half the population has been there. Bases are loaded. There's 2 outs. Braves clinging to a tie right now. Bottom of the 5th inning. We'll have the middle of the order due up. They're giving Bader all the time he needs. Smurf goes out and talks to Montero for a second. Chris Sale finished with 8 strikeouts. 2 earned runs, but he's responsible for all 3 that still loom on the bases. 6 hits, 2 and 3 walks. I think that's the big thing. I see a lot of the writers are focusing on his velocity, but I'd be focusing on his control. 3 walks through 4 1/3. That's not good. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Montero. That must stand for money. He's money, baby. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
You guys keep saying go to Red Note. Okay, I go to Red Note. I don't know what the is happening, but I understand that I have to put my phone number in. So I put my phone number in. I'm not stupid. It's okay, we gotta send you a code. I say, okay, send me the code. It sends me the code. I got the code. I put the code in. It says that's the wrong code. No, it's not. Okay, let's try this again. Resend the code. After about 10 motherfucking times, I start throwing We have a casualty. Red Note owes me a phone. I take no responsibility for my temper tantrums. And so what you can do is you can follow me on Instagram, or you can kindly off. And I'll miss you because I love you. But off. Cause I ain't boycotting nothing. I don't got the energy to be boycotting it. I'm 31 years old. And as a matter of fact, why can't they call it a girl caught? I'm offended. Triggered.
Earlier this year, the New York press said, can't do it anymore. Let's get rid of him, which was a little bit of an insult for a guy who's contributed so much.
It's awful, because I know how he took it. I remember he came in one time. I was taking a lot of grief from the media about him hitting 5th. And he came in one day and said, Buck, listen, why don't you drop me down?
Yeah, I remember telling him, I'm like, man, I'm killing this. You know, you can get me out of there. Don't be afraid. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I want to win.
I got up and closed the door. Just my way of telling him. I said, are you telling me who to bat and what batting order to use? Well, no, I'm just telling you, take some. I said, no, I'll decide where you're going to hit.
Mattingly would make good on Showalter's decision with the lineup, bouncing back by midseason and helping to lead the Yankees to a second-place finish in 1993. Then in 94, the Bombers looked primed for a postseason run, taking over sole possession of first place on the 1st of May and expanding on their lead from there. At long last, it looked like Donnie Baseball was going to play in October.
They say defense wins championships. Who would you say is the best defensive player in baseball history?
I know who the best defensive center fielder is in baseball history, and he belongs in the Hall of Fame. It's Andrew Jones. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna is called for a strike, a curveball inside. Ozuna can't believe it. It's 0-1. That pitch was well inside. Ozuna did a double take, and he's jawing with home plate umpire Carlos Torres. We'll keep an eye on that, see if he might get launched, because that was a bad call, the 0-1. Down and away 1-1. Torres has called a fairly good game so far, but that pitch was well inside. He's still steaming over it. And this is why, once again, someone from the dugout should be yelling, because it gets Ozuna a chance to calm down and refocus. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased a curveball of the zone. It's 1-2. He's still thinking about it. He's got a big grin on his face like he can't believe that first pitch was a strike. He's still saying something to Torres. And it's cost him this at bat. Ozuna's still talking with Torres. So a 1-2 count. Richardson, fastball, fouls it away. We'll do it again. You can tell like he cannot let it go because it was such a bad call. He's trying to refocus, but this is why you've got to go to war for your guys. Get their mind out of it and let them reset. The 1-2 in the dirt. Good job by Ozuna to take it to a 2-2 count. Yeah, Gary, I think the robo-ump will be here by next year. They don't tend to do it in the middle of a season, something that dramatic, so I'm expecting next year. The 2-2 to the Big Zoo. Swing! That ball's ripped into right field, down for a base hit, and the Big Zoo gets on board with a slap into right field to get it going here in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is a slider down and in. It's 1-0. Remember last night when Ozuna first got aboard in that 8th inning rally, the first pitch was a fastball inside and Olson smoked it into the corner. He was looking for that right there. The 1-0. Curveball. Outer edge. 1-1. He's using that curveball quite a bit more in this inning. I don't know if that's by game plan or if that's just something he has found that he has better control of at this point in the game. 68 pitches in. The 1-1 misses high, 2-1. Another curveball. 2-1 count. Braves 2, Twins 2. Infield back into the right. Huge hole down the left field line. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up. Got underneath it. That'll be a can of corn in very shallow left field. Making the catch is the third baseman, Bride. No way. Hanging curveball. He just got underneath it. He'd love to have that one back. That'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Ozzie's 0 for. Looking for his first hit. Batting .250 on the year. He grounded up to first the first 2 times up. Both on curveballs. The first pitch on the way. Fastball, swing and a miss up top. It's on the wall. Righty lefty, Ozuna at first. Third baseman playing even with the bag. Almost shortstop position. The 0-1 swing. Pops it up into center field. Coming in, making the easy running catch is Buxton for out number 2. You hate to see them give away at bats like that. And you almost had Richardson on the ropes. Now you're probably going to see him for the 6th inning as well, unless Murphy can take advantage of him here. Murphy 0 for 1. First pitch on the way is in the dirt. 1-0. He's also been hit by a pitch. Now batting just .212. Harris is on deck batting .192. Ozuna. Standing at first, the 1-0. Down and in 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Sean Murphy does have 4 home runs on the year. The 2-0 to Sean. Takes a slider right down the pipe, about belt high. 2-1. His slider comes in at about 86 miles an hour. The fastball in the low 90s. The 2-1. 94, just below the knees. Ball 3. That was the 4-seam fastball. That came in at 94. He put a little extra oomph on it. It was straight, but a little low. The 3-1. They set up down the pipe. Slider up top. Full count. Of the 5 pitches he has seen in this at bat, 4 have been sliders. Ozuna will be going on the pitch with 2 outs. Runner at first. This is the 4th full count by Richardson. The 77th in just over 3 innings. 3-2 swing. That ball's hit hard on the ground at second. And they'll get Murph with ease on a 4-3 putout. Braves get a little threat going, but can't do anything with it. We'll be back in a flash. The 6th inning we go. 7, 8, 9 batters due up for the Twinkies.
It's a word you pronounced incorrectly one time, and it still haunts you to this day. I'll go first. Stalamate.
Whore's divorce?
Embassy suits.
Paradigm.
Why does it have a f***ing G? Saranwap.
Esophagus.
Listen, we were drunken scumbags way before the 2 decided to move into your green and greenhouse.
Okay, but our green and green was built way before you guys got here.
It's not my fault you didn't do your homework before descending on the neighborhood like jackals.
What's your deal, man?
My deal is that I know your deal, okay? You want to pretend like you're these enlightened, progressive, open-minded people, but you're not. You're just trying to look the part. Like your dog. I'm sure you tell people that's a rescue, yeah?
Lavender is a rescue.
What castle did you rescue that dog? Listen, I know shelter dogs, okay? $3,000 whippets are not shelter dogs. You got screwed. But yeah, I'll tell the drunks to keep it down a little bit.
Base hit right field. Tying run in. Here's the throw to the plate. Do you believe this? The Yankees have won it.
I love that group of guys, and I think that got me right again because it got to be about competition again.
It was the best team I'd ever played on. I knew that I was going to win a World Series that year.
Well, there is no joy in Mudville tonight or anywhere else baseball is played for that matter. For the first time in almost a century, a major league season will not finish on the field.
That was tough because, again, we had a good club. It'd been so long to get there.
It felt like no player was giving up more in that particular season for their legacy, for their emotions than Don Mattingly.
I probably wouldn't have played in 95 if we would have made the playoffs in 94. Like I was at that point with family and everything, that my kids, that, that part was getting hard for me.
All right, you're a general manager of a baseball team. You're trying to attract fans. What's the one thing you're doing to get people out to the ballpark?
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio, Braves Country Baseball. Montero will go back out to work for the 6th inning. First pitch on the way. It's a splitter outside wide. It's 1-0. It's pretty interesting back and forth that took place on X last night. It's the 1-0. Down and away 2-0. One of the Braves beat writers was trying to defend why Atlanta decided to keep Bryce Elder up as the 2-0 swing and a miss splitter 2-1, and not send down Elder and keep up AJ Smith-Shawver. And his explanation is the 2-1 down and away, ball 3-3-1. By the way, the A's have held on to beat Milwaukee 3-1 in Milwaukee. 3-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing! 95 right down the pipe. 3-2. Blasted it right behind. But the explanation of the entire thing is the payoff pitch is in the dirt, ball 4. And he'll head down to first. Another leadoff runner getting on. It's amazing the Twins only have 2 runs because we have just peppered the base paths with leadoff runners. Well, what he was saying was that the Braves, as the first pitch on the way, is a 4-seam fastball to Vasquez, fouled away. It's 0-1. Dylan Lee and Daysbel Hernandez are the only relievers in the Atlanta bullpen that have options. And they're not going anywhere. Not without an injury, right? As Montero flips it over to first. And what they were saying was that they felt like Bryce Elder was more likely to go deeper into a game, than A.J. Smith-Shawver. As the 0-1, swung on, pops it up, high in the sky. Can of corn, who wants it? Ozzie will take it, just past the infield dirt, and away. And so if you play it forward, what he's trying to say is that more likely of a guy going 4 to 5 innings and not struggling was Bryce Elder, as opposed to A.J. Smith-Shawver, who has struggled with his command, and from time to time, it's hard for him to get out of the 3rd inning, and I get that part of it, but at the same token, what the fans are saying is, what we see on the field, there's no way Elder deserves to be up over A.J. Smith-Shawver. But they're looking at from the cautious era of, well, if we send him down and we keep Shawver and we have to go to the bullpen and we have to run through a bunch of guys, the first pitch on the way, 94 inside, it's 1-0. And the Braves starting pitching has been so spotty to start off the year. Guys you expect long outings from, like Chris Sale tonight, like Schwellenbach the other night. And as you bring along Strider, who's coming back from injury, is the 94. He's inside right there for a strike. It's 1-1. There we're concerned about running out of arms on that road trip, essentially, and that's why they sent him down. And I get that part of it, but it's really hard to sell it to a fan base when your team's struggling. The 1-1 hits the top of the zone, didn't get the call. What you're seeing on the screen, the ball actually hit about 2 inches below that. On the pitch track, it is a strike. I don't know where they generate it from the screen you see, the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. From time to time, we'll see that. Usually it's pretty accurate, but that time it was not. So a 2-2 count, runner at first. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost gets him. Full count. Trying to get Montero to get through this 6th inning. Larnach, the batter. Now, when a righty's on the mound, he starts, and he's actually middle of the order for the Twins. So he's not your typical number 9 hitter. Going to flip it over to first. Olsen tags the runner on the arm, but easily back in time. Standing on deck is Buxton. Byron Buxton's 3 for 3 on the night. Full count, runner goes. Swing, that ball's chopped through the infield, and that'll be a base hit. Runners go corner to corner, and the Braves are in trouble once again. This time, Buxton will be the batter. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide for Montero. The infield will play double play depth, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be really hard. The Snicker's coming out, so it looks like we're going to get another righty out of the pen as Buxton and Keyshaw and Jeffers are all due up. Looks like it's going to be Pierce Johnson. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves, Twins, tied at 2, top of the 6th inning.
It's a word you pronounced incorrectly one time, and it still haunts you to this day.
You licked a puss?
Stomach arches.
Milk of Malaysia.
My husband and I went to bed at the same time last night. And at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and he wasn't laying next to me. And I sat up in bed and looked over to see if he was in the bathroom, and the light wasn't on, so he wasn't in there. So I got up and he was in the kitchen, sitting at the table, drinking a cup of coffee. And he looked really upset. And I said, honey, what's wrong? And he looked up at me and he goes, it's the 20th anniversary of the day we met. And he was right. We had met 20 years ago. I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe you remembered that. And he said, do you remember that time when your dad caught us in the backseat of my truck? I said, yeah, I actually do remember that. He said, do you remember when he threatened me and said, you either marry my daughter or I'm going to make sure you go to prison for the next 20 years? And I said, yeah, I actually remember that too. My husband said, I would have gotten out today.
But after the way the 94 season ended, Mattingly came back in 95, with the focus on the fact that he'd never played in the postseason ever more glaring.
I don't even know how many games it was, but have played the most games without making it to the postseason or whatever. And I'd always be on that list, and I didn't like that list very much.
Though with most of the same group coming back for the 95 season, most expected the Yankees to dominate the American League again, but it wouldn't work out that way.
We were rolling in 94, and we just didn't seem to be able to get this thing on the tracks.
The Yankees played up and down baseball all summer long, while Mattingly battled back injuries and struggled to stay in the lineup. By the start of September, they were 14 games out in the AL East. The division title was out of reach, but they did still have life, thanks to a new addition to the game, the wild card. Capturing that extra playoff bid was no sure thing, but for his part, at the age of 34, the Yankee captain was going to leave nothing behind trying.
Welcome back. Pierce Johnson raises his red glove. First pitch on the way. Curveball. Swing and a miss at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. The infield is actually playing back into the left. There's a huge hole on the right side. They set up out there wide. 0-1. Swing. Lifts it into center field. Going back on the track. Making the catches. Michael Harris. The go-ahead run will easily score. 3-2 your score, top of the sixth. Harris gets it back into the infield. Runner at first heads back to first. 2 away. And Buxton's really swinging the bat well. Isn't he due for a day off tomorrow? Got to get him out of the lineup, man. Woo! Keyshaw, the batter, first pitch on the way, swung on and lifted into center field. Harris going back on the track. He'll make another running catch. Harris being put to work tonight. 75% of the world is covered by water. The rest by Michael Harris. We'll be back in a flash.
Top of the morning to you. I have never heard an Irish person say that in real life, and we hate the morning. You've been told now, if I hear it again, you're a racist.
If I gave you a hall pass to, do whatever,
okay,
who would you choose? Anybody in the world.
Okay. You're not going to get mad, right?
No, I'm not going to get mad.
Okay. I would choose Drew Starkey.
Drew Starkey?
Yeah.
Who's that?
From Outer Banks, Rafe?
Rafe?
Yes.
The crazy one?
The crazy one.
You'd pick him?
I would pick him, yes I would.
You think he's hot?
Yeah, I do. Well, what about you? I said mine. Who would be yours?
I'd probably pick your friend Brooke.
You're not supposed to say somebody that you know on a personal level.
Why would it matter? It would never happen anyway.
How would you know that would never happen? You know her. It could possibly happen. She could totally be into you or something.
Because I've already tried.
You've already tried?
Yeah.
With my friend Brooke.
How do you think I met you? Y'all both at the bar together. I talked to her. She blew me off and said, go talk to her.
So you settled for me. Is that what you're saying?
Really? Why don't you go date Drew Brewski?
I can't date him!
He came in with about 2 or 3 weeks to go in the season. He said, Buck, I just want you to know I'm going for it. I said, what do you mean? He said, I'm going to let it rip for the next 2 weeks. I may blow it out in day 2, but I'm going for it. And I got to tell you, for 2 or 3 weeks, he was Mattingly of old. That last year, I was like, oh my God.
Mattingly can still do it, can he?
I mean, it was just this, hey, I'm here. I'm not going to hold anything back. If my back falls apart, so be it.
And I just remember talking so much trash in the locker room. We got to win every day. Every day. So we win the game, it's like we got to win tomorrow. And I think that was probably as much fun as I ever had. That was fun.
Over the season's final 3 weeks, Mattingly batted .349 and led the Yankees to 18 wins in 22 games, giving them control of their fate on the final day of the season.
We've played great baseball down the stretch, and we've given ourselves an opportunity to control our own destiny today.
Welcome back. Michael Harris II stands in. First pitch on the way to Harris from Simeon Woods Richardson is a curveball in the dirt on the outer edge. It's 1-0. Harris 0 for 2, struck out his first time up, popped out on the second pitch in his second time up with runners on first and second. The 1-0 in the dirt. Four-seam fastball. Ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Kicks and fires. Swing! That ball's belted high. That ball's belted deep. That ball's going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lamma ding-dong. A solo shot, and Money Mike, his third of the year. 446 happy feet later.
You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle. That's all right. My name is Money Mike. All right, then.
109 miles off the bat.
This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. Might want to shave. Might want to shave somebody else. Never know.
Fastball high in the zone. He cranked that one. That was a no-doubter. First pitch on the way to Nick Allen is swung on. That ball's going to get dropped down into right field. That's down for a base hit. And in the nick of time, Nick Allen keeps the line moving. 1 on, nobody out. Fastball that was up in the zone. He clocked it. Kid Kelnick, the batter. Game tied, 3 apiece. They go out there and talk to the right-hander who came in after the opener went 1 inning. So this is his 5th inning of work. First pitch on the way is a curveball, top of the zone to Kelnick. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Richardson, 84 pitches through 4 innings. So a high pitch count. The 0-1. Swing! That ball's belted high. That ball's belted deep. That ball's going back on the track. It's off the wall. That ball's going to get down where the green grass grows. Kelnick is going to be dead meat at second base. No, they missed the tag. They missed the tag. Kelnick slid past the bag, tapped it afterwards. Allen is standing at third. It was a good throw by Larnach to second base. He believes he got him. I think he got him on the right leg going by. I think Correa might be right. We'll see. I'm sure they're going to challenge this. Look like it. Yeah, he got him on the foot. So they'll end up overturning that. But we do have a runner at third with 1 out. they're reviewing it, and Kelnick's staring at the screen. I think he knows now, too. Correa's giving him a hard time, but it was a good slide by Kelnick, but it was a bad decision to go. He'll be the first out of the inning at second base. You would have rather him just play it safe and go corner to corner with nobody out in a tie ball game. And he was sitting there watching it for the first 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps, we'll say, and then he picked up the pace. So if he wasn't Cadillacing it, he's going to be safe. So that's the other the other glaring issue you have there. He heads back to the dugout, but the Cadillacing it, watching it fly, that alone would make me want to send him back down. I know Snicker doesn't run his clubhouse that way, but I guarantee if Bobby was in the dugout, he's going back home. They throw it back to second to see if Allen touched the base. Allen's kind of laughing about it as we go back to work here. So you got a runner at third, one out. And that'll be it for Richardson. He'll hit the showers. Braves knock him out of just 4 1/3 innings. He gave up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Verdugo will come to the plate. He is 2 for 3 with 2 runs. Stewart is the new pitcher, the right-hander. He'll bring the first pitch 95 inside. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Brock Stewart, the pitcher, 33-year-old, out of Normal, Illinois. The 1-0, down and in 2-0. Drafted by the Dodgers in 2014 in the 6th round. Came up with the Dodgers in 2016 and stayed there until he was traded away in 2019 to Toronto. Bounced back into the major leagues in 23 with the Twins. The 2-0 pitch, outside wide ball 3-0. He comes in today, the 5.17 ERA, a career lifetime ERA of 4.95. The 3-0. Doogie stands in the pitch, right there at the knees, 3-1. Smart take by Verdugo. Infield is in. The 3-1. Swing, chops it foul. Back behind him, full count. Alex Verdugo from Tucson, Arizona, 28-year-old. He was drafted by the Dodgers in 2014, so these two guys probably crossed paths at one point. He came up with the Dodgers in 17, 18, and 19. They're more famously with Boston from 2020 to 2023. 3-2 swing, chops it over to first. Is it fair? It is just foul. Just foul. France tosses it away. I think he was wanting to know if he should step on it, challenge it. He said no, because in that spot there, that is the decision of the first base umpire, Charlie Ramos, because he caught it right before it crossed the bag. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered down the right field line. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. One run will score, and your Atlanta Braves have taken the lead. It is 4-3. An RBI single for Doogie, baby! Hard hit ball. That'll bring Austin Riley to the plate. Riley, first pitch, 96 miles an hour, high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Braves lead it 4-3. Right there on the outer track. 1-1 count. Runner at first. You're going to flip it over to first to keep Verdugo close by. Braves 4. Twins 3. 1-1 to Riley. Brings it. Swing, rattles it foul. 96 miles an hour, just underneath it, and a touch behind, 1-2. One-two count. I wonder if the Verdugo gold chain will click like the Jock Peterson pearls will. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase another bad one out of the zone. Riley is just scuffling 2 away. We thought he'd come out of it and he had continued his success with the 2 home run night on Monday in Toronto, and then since then he has just been abysmal. Swinging at pitches out of the zone, taking ones right down the pipe for strike 3. Marcell Ozuna, the batter. First pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's hit hard on the ground, but right at Correa. Correa will flip it over to first. That'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put 2 on the board. It's 4-3. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
From Malcolm Butler's interception in the end zone to David Tyree's helmet catch, what's the greatest play in Super Bowl history?
We live in, kind of up in the woods, in the city limits, but kind of in the woods. I've never been a rich guy. I mean, you wouldn't know it. And I just don't fit in that world at all, and I get real uncomfortable around it. And I don't do any of that stuff. Never been skiing, never been at, the places that I've been where the rich and famous gather are places that I've had to go. I have to go to the premiere. I have to go to the film festival, and they're putting us in this thing in a chalet on the mountain, and, all this kind of thing. I have one vacation spot in mind. One of these days, I'm taking my kids for Christmas to Vermont or New Hampshire or somewhere like that. And we're going to get one of those houses like in the Budweiser commercial where they got the horses driving by in the sleigh and all that kind of thing. Outside of that, I'm not the vacationing type. A beach in the Bahamas or something like that is my worst nightmare. Excess kind of creeps me out, but I like to have a good pair of boots.
A home run for Don Mattingly in the game that could send him to the first postseason of his career. He finds the stroke that so many said was gone.
That run at the end of 95 was spurred by their desire to get Mattingly to the postseason.
That was probably the forethought on everybody's mind was we need to get to the playoffs for Donnie.
All you have to do is watch the last game that they won in Toronto where they clinched and Mattingly goes down to his right knee. They all were celebrating with him.
The New York Yankees have won the 1995 first ever wild card. Don Mattingly finally going to the postseason.
It felt so good to get in that day in Toronto when we clinched. Oh my gosh.
Good feeling. I'm not excited. Probably sound just like everybody else that made it, but it's a great feeling for me, man. 13 years, man, it's wow. It feels great.
Daysbel Hernandez will try to keep it right where it's at. It's 4-3 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Hernandez comes in with a 3.38 ERA. I know, you're talking about when Lemke did it in the playoffs and they had all the Mark Lemke for president signs in the stands. First pitch on the way is 1-0. This is down to Jeffers, the number 3 hitter. The 1-0. Down below the knees, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Pitch on the way, 97 at the knees, 2-1. I would tend to think that Craig Kimbrell should be coming up. Maybe by next series, the 2-1's right there, 2-2. Unless they're trying to really just conserve the bullpen. But, man, he is tearing up the minor leagues. The 2-2 in the dirt. This is down the way, 3-2. 3-2 count. Pitch on the way, swing, pops it up, high in the sky, foul territory. Matt Olson converges on it just maybe 5-10 feet away from the Braves dugout for out number 1. F3 in your scorecard. They had the 92 World Series on today against the Blue Jays. It was on the Pluto Baseball channel. I got sucked into watching it. Every time any of that stuff's on, I get sucked into it. I'll watch a good 3 innings before I go, all right, I got to get back to work. First pitch on the way is a strikeout there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. This is high in the zone. 1-1 count. Righty. Pitch. Down below the knees, 2-1. The 2-1 from Daysbel. Swing. That ball's belted towards right field. Will it hold? Going back on the track. Making the catch at the wall is Kid Kelenic for a loud out, number 2. We were running out of room fast. Kelenic caught it just below that Coors Light sign. Two down. Carlos Correa standing in. First pitch on the way. Swing. That ball's swatted away. It's 0-1. Correa 1 for 3. The 0-1. Down below the knees. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch, swing, rattled foul, 1-2. Man, I still hate the fact that I think about this every time I see Correa. When he agreed to that $300 million deal with the Mets, and then they backed out of it last minute because he didn't pass the physical. 1-2, swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. On deck is Bader, Bright in the hole. And though Correa is a solid starting shortstop, he was never worth that money. And they got out of it because of a technicality. I just wanted the Mets to have to eat that one. 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. You talk about putting him. Imagine if they had him playing shortstop and not Francisco Lindor. Or it had him playing third base, I guess is where he would have been. I want to say that those were all intertwined. Forget how that played out. But if you had another $300 million on you, you're probably not going out and getting Soto. The 2-2. Swing, chops it back towards the mound. Daysbulb loses his balance, grabs it, fires the ball, and he gets him. He gets him, baby. Smacking his glove. Smacking his glove. Let's go. Bottom of the 7th. Let's get it, Braves country. Get up and stretch.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. All one. A two. A three. We out to the ball. Hey, we out to the top. Find me something up. Crack the jack.
Welcome back on a Saturday night. We'll run back in here. Saw y'all in the chat talking about cracking a cold one as Matt Olson digs in. First pitch on the way. 97 on the black. It's 0-1. Some of y'all can hear that, but that's a little American Rebel beer for you. Jorge Alcala, the pitcher, the 0-1. Down and away. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, 98 inside. 1-2. Like to get a little breathing room for this bullpen. Braves lead at 4-3 in the 7th. Iglesias would be available tonight. The 1-2. Swung on and chopped. Foul down the first base side. Do it again. Alcala. .5 ERA this year, but last year had a 3.24. 29-year-old from the Dominican Republic. He gets a new ball from the home plate umpire. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Brings it. Curve ball down and away, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Righty lefty. The 2-2. Rocks and delivers. Up top misses. Curve ball, full count. So good job by Olsen to get this back to a full count. Braves lead it by 1. The payoff pitch. Outside wide. Ball forced a hill on down to first. That'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Sean Murphy moves to the on-deck circle. Michael Harris is in the hole. First pitch on the way to the whiz. Righty-lefty matchup, open stance, misses high. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Swing and a miss. 97 up around his eyeballs. 1-1. Ozzie Albies 0 for 3 on the night. 2 ground outs and a fly. He's batting .247 on the year. He does have 4 home runs. He does have 11 RBI. Be a good time to get 5 and 12 right here. A .759 OPS. The 1-1. Swing. Four-seam fastball. Up around his letters. 98 couldn't keep up. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Olsen at first. Infield back into the right. The pitch, swing, pops it up. Into center field. Easy play for Buxton. He'll make the grab. For out number 1. One down. Sean Murphy, the batter. First pitch on the way. Whoa, hey, high. The slider up around his dome. He had to duck out of the way. 1-0. Murphy's already been hit by 1 pitch tonight. The 1-0. Fastball, 99 right down the pipe. 1-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Chases a 97-mile-an-hour fastball out of the zone. Pops it up high over the first base dugout, well into the crowd. 1-2. One-two count. Murphy grounded out to second his last time up, struck out his first time, was hit by pitch in the middle. The 1-2. Slider misses high, 2-2. 2-2 count. Pitch on the way. Swing, just got a piece of that. Rattled it out of the glove. Vasquez. The 2-2. Braves 4, Twins 3, bottom of the 7th. Murph digs in the pitch. Swing and a miss, flailed at that one over the top. Strike 3, out number 2. So 2 down. That'll bring Michael Harris, the second, back up. Harris hit a towering home run his last time. First pitch on the way is a changeup off the plate. It's 1-0. You throw him a fastball down the center of the plate, he still nails it. He's just been having a hard time laying off the bad pitches off the plate. The 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. Olsen standing at first. Two outs now. The 2-0 to Harris. Brings it. Fastball right down the pipe. That is right in his wheelhouse. Surprised he didn't swing at that one. It's 2-1. Two-one count. Kicks and fires in the dirt. Chase that one. Hit his shoe. Still swung at it. So it'll be a 2-2 count. 1 on, 2 outs. I guess just throw at his shoe and he'll strike himself out. That's one of those pitches where you've already made up your mind to swing and you got up to swing. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Jam shot. And that'll end the inning. Olsen gets on to lead off the inning, but nobody can get him around. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Atlanta leads it 4-3.
This is going to be mean, but I'm going to say it. If you are out and about in pajama pants by your own free will, I and everybody else around you is assuming that your ass needs to be washed or that your stinks. Sorry about it, but that's the vibe you're giving off, okay? And especially if you're in some Felice pajama pants. Ugh. All right. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.
You know what they say avocado tastes like, right? I mean, do you like it?
Obviously, I'm sitting here eating it. What?
Apparently, they taste like a clean Tallywhacker.
Come on.
You're still eating it.
It does not.
How do you know?
I've never had a clean one before. I've never had one at all.
I've never had a clean one either. I love me some avocado.
It tastes funny now.
You're welcome.
I taste it now. Thanks a lot.
How do you taste it?
I can imagine.
We're here. We're live. Yankee Stadium. This is the best place to be in the world. We waited a long time. Looks good.
October 3rd, 1995. After a 14-year drought, the Bronx was buzzing. The Yankees were back in the postseason. And at the stadium, Don Mattingly was poised to make his long-awaited playoff debut against the Mariners.
It just felt great because, you spend your whole career fighting to get in, and to be able to get a chance to play in postseason and like you want to play on that stage. And I wanted to see how I would react on that stage.
Well, it feels great to be out here and to be playing when everybody else is going back home, basically. And it's been a long time coming. It feels good. It feels worth it now. Everything that I've been through, our team's been through over the years, the organization over the past, for me, 12 or 13 years, it feels great.
Can you keep a secret? You can? Well, put the phone to your ear. You got it down?
Welcome back. Dylan Lee will come on. Trying to hold on to a 1-run lead as we go to the top of the 8th inning. First pitch on the way to the right-hander. Bader. Down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Slider over the top. 1-1. One count. Dylan Lee kicks and fires, pulls a string on that slider. Out and over the edge, 1-2. The 1-2. Brings it. Swing. Belts it down the line. Foul. We'll do it again. Same two teams back at it tomorrow. 1:35 first pitch. Grant Holmes on the bump versus Joe Ryan. Should be a pretty good pitcher's duel. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him to chase that changeup off the edge. 1 away. One down. That'll bring Brooks Lee to the plate. Brooks Lee takes the four-seam fastball inside, down and in. It's 1 out. Lee on for Jonah Bride. The 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. So Lee versus Lee here. Both spelt the same, no relation. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, changeup. Good pitch by Dylan. 2-1. Brooks Lee, 24-year-old from California, is the 2-1 fastball right there at the knees, 2-2. He was drafted by the Twins in 2022 in the first round out of Cal Poly. So they have high aspirations for him. The 2-2. Slider in the dirt, nowhere near the zone. Ball 3, 3-2. Standing on deck is Vasquez. Larnach in the hole. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him to chase the slider off the table. 2 down. Two down. And that'll bring Vasquez to the plate. He'll take the first pitch. A slider at the knees on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Oh-2 count. Braves lead by 1. We're here in the 8th inning. Dylan trying to keep the score right where it is. Maybe we get some insurance runs in the bottom of the 8th. Infield back and to the left. The 0-2 pitch. Changeup just misses. The 1-2 from Dylan brings it. Trying to get to chase that changeup off the plate. Evens up the count 2-2. The 2-2. Swing. Fouls back the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Braves lead it 4-3. It's been a seesaw affair, back and forth, fourth and back. Both scored runs in the first inning. Made it one apiece as the 2-2. Pops it back foul. Do it once again. Braves scored one in the bottom of the third. Minnesota tied it up in the top of the fourth. Minnesota took the lead in the top of the sixth. The Braves scored two to take the lead back in the bottom of the sixth. 2-2's foul down the line. Just foul. He missed tying the game up by 10 feet maybe, right of the pole. Thought it was a little more foul until I saw the replay of it. He just missed it. So a 2-2 count. Keep it away from the chop house. The pitch. Down and in, 3-2. Vasquez trying to work his way aboard, representing the tying run. Dylan Lee, he's about to throw his 20th pitch of the inning. This is his 9th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. Swing, pops it back foul. Change up, will do it again. Standing on deck is Larnach. He's in for the injured Kiersey. The payoff pitch from Dylan Lee brings it. Swing, fouls it back again. 94-mile-an-hour fastball right in there on his hands. What a battle this is. Vasquez versus Lee. The payoff pitch. Swing, fouls that one again. 95 miles an hour. Payoff pitch. Lee comes set. Looking into Smurf. Delivers. Swing, pops that one back foul. Man, oh man alive. Payoff pitch, swing, pops it up in the air. Murphy chasing it over towards the first base side, but it went plenty into the crowd. Braves 4, Twins 3. Dylan Lee really laboring here. This will be his 25th pitch of the inning. Comes set and delivers. Swing, lifts it into center field. Drifting over by a couple of steps is Harris, and that'll end the inning. Man, what an at-bat. That was 14 pitches. Standing ovation for Dylan Lee. Man, does he deserve it. We'll be back in a flash.
Hey, babe. What do you and that new car smell have in common?
No clue.
Neither one of them lasts as long as I'd like.
Hey!
Hi, Greg.
Judy.
I have a bone to pick with you, mister.
What's up?
Why are you ignoring me on Facebook?
What are you talking about?
I started a Facebook group for the people here at Home Solutions. I invited you to join, and I was wondering why you haven't accepted the request yet.
We spend 9 awful hours a day together here, 5 days a week. Why would we need a way to communicate outside of that?
Yeah, I also sent you a fun quiz request. Did you do it yet?
Of course not.
You should. It'll tell you which Muppet Baby you would be if you were a Muppet Baby. Apparently, I'd be Baby Gonzo. Big surprise, right?
I'm not doing any of your queer quizzes.
Well, why are you even on Facebook if you're gonna be a Grinch?
I got on Facebook for one reason and one reason only. To keep tabs on all of my ex-girlfriends and make sure that none of them are living more fulfilling lives than I am.
We are ready for baseball. Yankee fans have waited since 1981.
Don Mattingly waited 1,785 games to play in the postseason.
Nothing compares to Yankee Stadium before Game 1. 55,000 people were in their seats, locked and loaded. And they were all there for Don Mattingly. And when he came out and ran sprints, the place went nuts. Every time I talk about it, to this moment, I get goosebumps.
That building was crazy, that first game, and just coming out to run. I remember telling somebody I felt fast. That was a foreign feeling for me, but it was just like so light. The energy and the adrenaline for that was just so cool. The building was just going crazy.
I remember the noise level. I remember just having that electricity in the air.
First base, number 23. Don Mattingly.
Breaking news. Stores are running out of tampons because this country is filled with nothing but stay safe out there.
Welcome back. Nick Allen will be your batter to lead us off. It'll be Allen. And then due up after Allen is Kelnick and Doogie. You're just joining us. Alex Verdugo has been the story tonight, 3 for 4 with an RBI. 2 runs scored. First pitch on the way from the right-hander Alcala, who's back out there for another inning. This is inside. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. 96 inside. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Gixon fires inside, 94 miles an hour, ball 3-0. Love to get an insurance run here. The Braves lead 4-3. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball right down the pipe, 3-1. Eyeglasses is warming up in the bullpen. So unless the Braves break this wide open, we will see him in the ninth. The 3-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up. High on the right side of the infield. Drifting over. That's going to bounce off the first base dugout of your Atlanta Braves. It's a full count. Alcala now at 27 pitches. Will be 28 here on the full count. They're trying to preserve the back of their bullpen. If Minnesota can't come from behind, they'll be well rested going into Sunday's game with their ace Joe Ryan on the mound. So it really is imperative that the Braves win this game tonight to win the series. So we'll be up against it tomorrow. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it back foul. Felt really good about it going into tonight when you knew you had Chris Sale going up against Simeon Richardson, Woods Richardson. Sale just didn't have it again. The 3-2 pops it up. High in the sky. Back behind third base. Brooks Lee will make the easy catch for out number 1. 1 down. Jared Kelnick, the batter, he's 1 for 3. Hit a single, was thrown out trying to take second while he stared at the ball going off the wall last time out. First pitch on the way is a changeup outside. It's 1-0. What do you think the chances are that they address that in the media session after the game? 1-0. Swing, pops that one up. High in the sky. Easy play for Correa. 2 easy pop-ups for the first 2 outs of the inning. So Verdugo will come to the plate. You know, I see him get the first home run as a Brave, wouldn't it? He's 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a double. First pitch on the way, 98 off the plate. 1-0. On deck is Austin Riley. 1-0. Curveball. Missed the top of the zone, but he got the call. 1-1. Alcala now at 33 pitches. Number 66 lifts his red glove with his red shoes and brings it to the plate. Swing. That ball's ripped down the right field line. That ball's going to get down for a base hit. And Verdugo's cruising around first, heading to second. And Doogie, have yourself a day, sir. 4 for 5 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. He could get a 3rd run scored here if Austin Riley can put together a good at bat and send him home. Riley digs in. First pitch, 99 inside. It's 1-0. They were set up outside. Alcala missed that by a bunch. And he can bring it 99 miles an hour. Why is it every other bullpen in baseball has 9 guys who can throw damn near 100? The 1-0, swing and a miss, 98 miles an hour. It's 1-1. Meanwhile, we are always bringing some guy out with junk, throwing ephus pitches, trying to get us out of a jam. The 1-1, down and away to him. 2-1 count. Riley looking to bring home the runner. The 2-1 pitch. Slider misses outside wide. Ball 3, 3-1. Standing on deck is Marcell Ozuna. Just trying to find any way to get an extra run home. Give us some breathing room. The 3-1. Swing! That ball's ripped into left field, but right at the left fielder. Hard hit ball, but that'll end the inning. Well, the Braves couldn't come through once again, but here comes Eyeglasses. He's going to try to slam that door shut when we return.
The older I get, the more I look at snow like a one-night stand. Yeah, sure, it's a good time, but the next morning you just look over and you're like, ugh. It's still here. I don't think we ever really got over that language barrier.
No, it's not your fault.
What the f***? You speak English?
Of course I do.
You've spoke English the whole time I've been here.
I speak English since I was 5 years old.
5 years old?
And I have 84 now.
Woo! You don't look a day over 110.
Whoever got a hold of my husband's number and added him to another group chat, y'all have created a monster.
I'm trying to figure out who is who in all this because I'm scared to message them.
Well, yeah, it's a total waste of your time. It's none of your business.
It's not a waste of my time.
Are you really creating another pegboard?
Yes, I'm trying to figure it all out. They're spilling the tea over here. I'm just trying to organize it. Why the hell? Unless it was an accident. Unless they think that
Probably an accident. Probably off by one number.
One's trying to have a baby, and I can't figure out the names, but 2 of them slept with the same guy years ago. One still has feelings for him, but that's besides the baby. It's fun. It's juicy.
Yeah, I can give you something else that's juicy.
But you don't.
The outpouring of love from the fan base that this guy finally was getting his chance. Just amazing.
Standing ovation for the captain, Don Mattingly.
It was electric, and I think the fans, they were sort of on the edge of their seat, wondering how he was going to respond to that.
Mattingly's chance would come quickly.
Now here's what the theater of baseball is all about.
the 6th inning of Game 1, with the score tied at 2.
Mattingly, base hit right field. Jay Buhner giving chase. Yankees take the lead, but a Don Mattingly single.
He went 2 for 4 in the game to help the Yankees take it.
Was it as good as you anticipated it would be to trot out on the field for a postseason game as a New York Yankee?
It was better than I ever thought it would be.
NFL GM for a day. You can pick one player, past or present, to start your franchise. Who are you taking?
Welcome back. Raisel Iglesias, eyeglasses as we call them around these parts, comes in trying to slam the door shut. He'll face the 9-1-2 batters of the Minnesota Twins. First pitch on the way is a fastball on the outer edge. Misses wide. It's 1-0. Larnach, the batter, the 1-0. Sinker nowhere near the zone. Ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Brings it. Changeup misses. Ball 3-0. So Iglesias struggling to find the plate. Coming out of the pen. Trevor Larnach 1 for 2 with a single. 3-0 pitch. Right there at the knees. 3-1. He came on for the injured right fielder Kiersey. He banged his finger on a bunt attempt. The 3-1. Swing rips it right at Olsen. Good night, Irene. Ball was smoked. An atom ball, and Olsen will grab it and step on the pillow. 1 away. Doesn't hurt to have that gold glove over there when that ball is scalded down the line. One down. That'll bring Byron Buxton, the man of the hour for the Twins, to the plate. First pitch on the way, sinker inside. He dances out of the way. It's 1-0. Probably should have stuck his leg out there to get on, but Buxton has been made of glass over his career, so it's probably not a good idea. The 1-0. Swing lifted into right field, drifting back on the track, making the catch just before the warning track is Kid Kelnick for a loud out number 2. 2 down, and the rookie Kearshaw will come to the plate, the last hope for the Minnesota Twins. Same 2 teams back at it tomorrow. We'll be here pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. 1:35 first pitch, Grant Holmes Day. First pitch on the way to Kearshaw, right there at the knees, P at the knees, 96. Sinker, it's 0-1. The 0-1. 97, slaps the black, it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Steps off the mound for a second. Appreciate those of y'all who stuck with us here late on a Saturday night. Braves fans are doing the chop. The 0-2 pitch, down and away, 1-2. One-two count. Kicks and fires. Did he go around? They checked down the line. He went strike 3. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses. Who gets the game ball? Well, it sure ain't Chris Sale. We're going to give it to Alex Verdugo. Doogie goes 4 for 5. Scores 2 runs, gets an RBI, and he'll get the game ball in his second game back in the majors. His second game total with your Atlanta Braves. We'll see you mañana. 1:35 first pitch. We'll start the feed at about 1 o'clock. Happy Easter in advance to y'all, Braves country. Go out there and wear your Sunday's best and impress those folks you see once a year on Easter Sunday. And we'll see you here on Braves country, where we see you every day. Let's go. We got a winning, well, one more game and we'll have a winning streak going. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. Can you believe it? I don't think any of us would have believed it around the 5th inning yesterday.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back